This is your home for the Bulldogs. Baldwin Sports Live.
Alford is going to hand it off to Cody Buck up the middle, lowers the shoulder into the end zone.
Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors. 48 years of Hayden tradition and excellence. Learn more at haydenoutdoors.com.
Bergen going to set up Paget nicely. Carr with his third rebound, kicks it to Talon Torres. Now Ryder and I going to try a mid-range jump shot, and that's good. Bailey Smith open it in the corner for three, up and in. Bergen goal from the four. He'll swing it out right side, looking for the corner, the end zone, and he will make it another Bulldog touchdown.
It's time for the Bulldogs on your home for Baldwin High School Athletics. Baldwin Sports Live.
Good evening, folks, and welcome back once again to beautiful Liston Stadium right here in Baldwin City, Kansas. Hi, everyone. As always, Ryan Hilmer here alongside my broadcast partner, Jackson Blakely, and we are pleased to be back home after 2 weeks out on the road to open the season for the Bulldogs. Tonight, Baldwin will try to turn things around after an 0-2 start to the season, and they will get to host the 1-1 Burlington Wildcats here tonight. As always, glad you could join us tonight as we kick off the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. The Bulldogs went down to Ottawa last week and lost for the second straight road game to open the season and lost 42-7 to the Cyclones down there. Game started out as promising as any I've seen for Baldwin, with the Dogs marching the ball 80 yards down the field on their opening drive, scoring a touchdown on a short run by quarterback Bryce Alford. It took about 8 minutes off the clock to start the game 7-0. Baldwin held their own for most of the rest of the first half, going down on a long touchdown pass to Nate Sims that made the score 14-7 just before the half. Sims then promptly returned the second half kickoff all the way for a touchdown, and things never really got better from there for the Bulldogs as they were forced to punt on every second half possession offensively and only got 2 first downs in the second half compared to 9 first downs in the first half. This week, Baldwin gets a good 1-1 football team in the Burlington Wildcats. This is the first modern day matchup between these schools. My records do show that they did meet once back in 1912, though, with that game ending in an unforgettable 7-7 tie. The Dogs will have to take better care of the ball tonight, though, as also cut down on the penalties. Sophomore running back Creighton Frost did have a great game last week with 114 yards off of 22 carries, and the offensive line was really opening up some big holes early. So we'll see if Baldwin tries to get him going once again here tonight. We are just underway here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll take a closer look at the visiting Wildcats from Burlington, Kansas, and also get Jackson's perspective on things tonight. You're watching the Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs. Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here to Baldwin City. The pregame show is brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 132 years, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. All right, Burlington, they finished 6-4 last season, losing to Frontenac in the second round of the playoffs, 15-12. That was a close game. They were plagued big time by the injury bug early last season, having 8 starters go out in the first 2 weeks of the season. Last year was also head coach Cody Carlson's first year at Burlington, and he was able to install some of his schemes last year, and we'll see if there's some improvement from year 1 to 2 for his squad this year. They do only return about 50% of their guys from last season. Will have to replace a couple of their big contributors from last year, including their starting quarterback, starting running back, and 3 of their 5 starting offensive linemen. Their quarterback last year, Hunter Reiling, passed for over 1,400 yards, had 11 touchdowns through the air, and also ran for over 600 yards and had 12 touchdowns on the ground as well. Their running back, Zane Hoback, last year rushed for over 900 yards and 10 touchdowns, had over 10 yards a carry, and also was a threat in the receiving game as well, 293 yards and 4 touchdowns receiving. And a couple of those guys they lost on the offensive line. There was one all-leaguer, first-team all-leaguer in Kane Truelove. And then Colt Baker, he is on to play some college football at Sterling College this year, so missing a couple of big contributors on that offensive line from last year. Burlington does return, however, 4 of 11 of their offensive starters and 5 of 11 defensive starters from last year, including 1 first-team and 1 second-team all-league offensive player, and wide receiver Brody Anderson, who he's probably going to be the Wildcats' biggest offensive threat here tonight, and offensive lineman in Kent Stuckey, and 1 second-team all-league defender last year, and the linebacker Lane Griffith. He'll be number 40 tonight, who was their leading tackler last year. Their starting quarterback this year is a senior in Chance Haig, who also started his sophomore year, but he missed last season due to an injury. Brody Anderson returns as the leading receiver from last season and also was an honorable mention all-league kick returner, just like Nate Sims was last week. So you're going to have to keep an eye on Brody Anderson in the kick return game. Keep an eye on number 5 tonight. Wildcats started the year at home this year versus Santa Fe Trail, but they lost 25-14 in that game. They were outgained. They actually outgained the Chargers there, but lost the turnover battle 3-1. Committed 10 penalties in that game for 69 yards that really shot themselves in the foot all night. They bounced back on the road last week, though, winning 33-20 at Miller High School, and that's in Missouri. They gained 370 total yards and 18 first downs, also winning the turnover battle 3-1 and bringing their penalties down a little bit to 7 on the night as opposed to 10 in week number 1. Perhaps most importantly, though, they were 7 of 14 on third down and 4 of 5 on fourth down conversions last week. So Baldwin is going to have to get off the field on crucial downs here tonight. That'll be one of the keys. And as I turn to my broadcast partner here, Jackson, bring him in. Good to have you along. Jackson, good to be home, first of all, after starting a couple weeks on the road. And so what are some of your thoughts so far in the season, and what are you expecting to see here tonight from the Dogs?
Well, it's going to be a really good matchup. 2 evenly sized teams. Looking at them in the pregame, no real discernible outliers, no real big mismatches. So it should be an even fight across both lines. offensively and defensively. For the Dogs, offensively, if we go back to last week, remember that first drive, 12 plays, drove all the way down the field, punched it right down Ottawa's throats, and ended up scoring a touchdown by Bryce Alford. I don't know what special potion they consumed before that one drive last week and didn't consume before, but you would like to see them carry on that momentum. Creighton Frost had career highs, 22 carries, 114 yards. You'd like to see him really continue that momentum, see if Coach Lisher feeds the big boy the ball.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. The trenches is going to be the place to watch here this evening, as the offensive line for Baldwin was really consistent last week. They opened up a lot of big holes for Creighton Frost, and it's like you mentioned in that first drive, that was really the difference, is they were opening up some big holes. As I mentioned, Creighton had 22 carries, 114 yards. Still looking for that first career rushing touchdown, though. Bryce Alford did get a rushing touchdown as he punched that one in on the opening drive last week. But yeah, that'll be something to watch here tonight, is Baldwin, if they can get that run game going. I thought Ottawa did a really good job making some adjustments too later in the game, and that really stunted some of that run game for Baldwin. So we'll see what happens here tonight. We'll go ahead and take another break, and we'll be back on the other side. We'll take a look at the upcoming broadcast schedule and also some of the keys we got to tonight's game. You're watching Baldwin State Bank pregame show on Baldwin Sports Live.
Oh, shoot.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back here on the Baldwin State Bank pregame show, getting you set for the Baldwin Bulldogs hosting the Burlington Wildcats here tonight. Burlington coming in at 1-1, Baldwin at 0-2. I mentioned this was kind of the first modern day matchup between these schools. They played back in 1912, and that game ended in a 7-7 tie. So we'll see what transpires here tonight. Go ahead and start off by popping up our upcoming broadcast schedule, as we got our first non-football game coming up after the Wellsville game there. You see next Friday night, it is Thursday, October 3rd. That's going to be a soccer game. Looked on Max Preps, that says a 6:15 kickoff. We'll have to double check that for sure, but apparently not going to be a JV game or anything, so they're just going to play varsity game there, I think. So 6 o'clock pregame, 6:15 the kickoff on that, and then of course the 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff for that Wellsville game here next Friday night, right here at Liston Stadium. That is our upcoming broadcast schedule. You can also find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly. It is a local weekly newspaper here in Baldwin City with latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe for only $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Let's go ahead and also look at our keys to tonight's game. Pop those up on the screen for you. Number one, I have play a clean game, because Baldwin, they have a -4 turnover margin now. They've been bit by the turnover bug and penalties in both of these first two games on the road. They've had some big plays called back multiple times due to some penalties, so have to get that right here tonight. And then number two, pay special attention to special teams. They fumbled a kick return back in the opener, and last week they allowed one kick return touchdown, as I mentioned, to open the second half to Ottawa. And the first kickoff, actually, the Ottawa took back all the way to Baldwin's 25-yard line, so had a couple of big kick returns. So let's pay some special attention tonight to the special teams and maybe win some field position. And then Jackson, number three there, we got consistent O-line play. Kind of mentioned earlier, that's what Baldwin started out the game last week with. They were opening up a lot of holes, and really they played pretty well throughout. They tonight, though, going to have to do the same and also protect Bryce a little bit. What are some of your thoughts on the keys to tonight's game?
Yeah, I think probably the most important one is that last one. You saw in the first half, Bryce had a lot more time. The offensive line was getting a good push. They weren't necessarily finishing possessions, but possessions were lasting. Like you said, 9 first half first downs compared to 2 first downs in the second half last week. That offensive line is going to be a big part of that, and you saw Ottawa really turned the page at halftime last week, and they really turned the game around, which resulted in, was it 49-7 last week?
42-7. That's what it ended up. Yep.
So I think the most important thing and that biggest takeaway from last week was the offensive line. Bryce Alford is a very good quarterback when he has time and is able to scramble under his own volition, but when he's got defensive ends and linebackers running after him, the offense can't really flow as good as it did in the first half last week, and that's what it showed.
I agree with you. All right, those are our keys to tonight's game. Go ahead and take another break here on the pregame show. On the other side, we'll bring you the starting lineups and get you all set for the opening kickoff tonight from Liston Stadium. A beautiful night for football, a little bit on the warm side, but a little bit breezy, clear skies, and it should be a great night for some high school football here from Liston Stadium. We'll take a break, be back with more on the pregame show after this.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourself and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full Service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to the Baldwin State Bank pregame show. Time now for our starting lineups. We'll start you off with the Baldwin offense and defense on your screen right there. Quarterback, sophomore Bryce Alford, a 5'11", 160-pound sophomore. And there's Creighton Frost, the 5'10", 205-pound sophomore. Led the team in rushing last week. Ryder Nye out there at receiver has 7 catches for 125 yards. And the touchdown so far this year. We'll also see some Jackson Rude, who's the second leading receiver on the team, 7 catches for 105 yards. He had the most catches last week with 3 of them for 23 yards last week in Ottawa. Ethan Williams, Colton Collins started at tight end last time out with Brendan O'Connor. That is, he's moving to the offensive line, at least he did last week, changed his number to number 50 and started at left guard. There I have him on the line. The line left to right is Jake Stavanis, Brendan O'Connor, Carson Shannon, Jake Van Horn, and Brett Davidson. And you can see the defense up on your screen there. A lot of the same guys starting 2 ways. You'll also see Johnny O and Max Harvey, Tucker Flory on defense, and Hank Beard, Michael Newman. A lot of good contributors there on the defensive side for Baldwin. So that is the offensive and defensive starters there. We'll pop up the starters for Burlington, and as I mentioned before, their quarterback is a 6', 165-pound senior. He's got 320 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions so far on the year. And Chance Haig, he started his sophomore year, but it was injured last year, and so he's back to having that starting role here. Hunter Cole, you'll see a little bit of a backfield of a couple of guys. Alex Motz and Hunter Cole will be a couple of guys that get some carries. Motz has the most carries, 10 for 32 yards, outside of the quarterback Haig, who's going to pull it down and run a lot. These are pretty balanced offense here in Burlington, but Haig will pull it down and run. He's got 38 rushing attempts already in 2 games, 174 yards and 4 touchdowns on the ground. And then I mentioned earlier, a guy to keep an eye on is going to be number 5, Brody Anderson, 5'10", 145-pound senior, was a first-team all-league wide receiver last year. He's got 9 catches for 214 yards and a pair of touchdowns so far this year. Left to right on the line, it's Brody Kitt, Odin Van Patten, Kent Stuckey, who was a second-team all-league offensive lineman, a 2-time returning starter, and Ty Steffens and Caden Hawkins replacing a couple of big key contributors on that offensive line. And then Lane Griffith on the other side, number 40. He is a linebacker, the returning leading tackler for the Wildcats. Had 85 tackles a year ago, 5 tackles for a loss. As here come the Bulldogs. Kaiser Lehman will be on the defensive line along with Braden Riggs and Kent Stuckey. Landon Bober will be on the back end with Eli Irvin, Brody Anderson, and Hunter Cole. And linebackers Logan Turner, as I mentioned, Lane Griffith, Alex Motz. You'll also see some Bowen McIntosh here tonight. Those are the starting lineups for each squad. We'll go ahead and get the coin toss going here at about the 3-minute mark is when they're doing it this year. The pregame show has been brought to you by Baldwin State Bank. Personal service from people who care. That's what you get at your hometown community bank, Baldwin State Bank. Whether it's personal finances, business money management, loans and credit, or saving for retirement, go see Baldwin State Bank. For 132 years, they've helped serve our community. So go enjoy a better banking experience with your friends and neighbors at the Baldwin State Bank. We'll take our last time out here, opening kickoff on the other side. Bulldogs hosting the Burlington Wildcats here tonight. Week 3 of the high school football season getting kicked off after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
All right, welcome back here to Liston Stadium, Baldwin City, Kansas. Pregame show is over with. About ready for the opening kickoff here tonight. Opening kickoff is brought to you by the Baldwin City Recreation Commission. Get ready to rock your Saturday night, tomorrow night like never before on September 21st in Sullivan Square. The Rock Gods are bringing the house down with an epic show that will take you through rock and roll history. Feel the energy as they channel legends like Van Halen, Def Leppard, AC/DC, and more. Admission is free, and there will be food, drinks, and all sorts of other goodies, so don't miss out on this unforgettable night of rock and roll magic. September 21st, starting at 6 p.m. in Sullivan Square. Just about ready to rock here. I think Burlington won the toss and elected to receive, so they want the football. Baldwin will start out on defense. Brendan O'Connor has it teed up and is ready to get us underway here in week 3 of the high school football season. Friday night lights are on and we're ready for some football. It's going to be a short one. Going to come up to the up man and almost acted like a onside kick there, but Burlington's going to recover it. And here we go. They'll start their first possession with good field position from their own 45-yard line. I mentioned they were very good on 3rd and 4th down last week. 7 of 14 on 3rd down, 4 of 5 on 4th down conversions. So Baldwin's going to have to get off the field on those crucial downs, but 1st and 2nd down will be important. They're going to get under center and run a little I formation, hand it off. Only a couple there. That was number 7, Alex Motz, his 11th carry on the year, the 5'8", 175-pound junior. Didn't play last year as well, along with Chance Haig, back this year. Glad you're with us on Baldwin Sports Live again. Ryan Hilmer, Jackson Blakely, as always. Now they'll step into the shotgun, 2 running backs. Motz has his hand in the ground. Haig fakes the handoff, moves left side, breaks a tackle, gets 1st down yardage, and out of bounds the Baldwin 40-yard line.
And Burlington, a very good rushing team last week, going for 206 yards against Miller in week 1 in that loss against Santa Fe Trail, 106. A lot of power running from the Wildcats here early, looking to set the tone early.
Now they'll spread it out a little bit. This is more of what we thought we were going to get is 4 wide. They'll spray it out to Brody Anderson, their big playmaker, number 5, and he's going to step out of bounds. Johnny O there to force him out at the Baldwin 28-yard line. Good gain on first down there for the Wildcats.
Number 5, Brody Anderson, lined up in the slot.
He'll go in motion and get the pitch. Looking to get that corner. He's not going to get it. Jackson Rude brings him down, pushes him out of bounds for a loss. And here comes the first third down.
Jackson Rude flying in there. He's had a big first couple of games of the year. Has really been a nice surprise on both sides of the ball, offensively and defensively.
Here we go, big 3rd down and 7. See if the Bulldogs force a 4th down here. This might be 4-down territory anyway. Got a tight end attached left side. Right side. 3 wide outs. Haig's just going to try to power this up the middle. He gets stood up and dropped. That Bulldog defense, Creighton Frost there first, not having any of it.
The front 7, the strongest part of this Baldwin defense. Creighton Frost, of course, a very big part of that. We mentioned him in the pregame show. Really big focal point offensively and defensively. On the offensive and defensive side of the ball, he is.
Creighton, the leading tackler on the team. That is 16th tackle of the year. 4th down, they're going for it. 4th and 8. Baldwin territory. Anderson getting set out here near side. He's got Motts in the slot, a tight ends attached. That's Logan Turner to the right of Haig.
Offsides.
Yeah, they are not going to run a play.
See a flag.
They'll take a delay of game, maybe give the punt crew a little bit more room, so they had no intention of going for it on 4th down there. So it looks like Baldwin's going to force a punt. Back deep, Ryder and I and Tucker Flory.
Couple threats back there.
Big time. That's Emmett Hazen on the punt. That's off the side of his foot. That's going to be out of bounds right around the 25-yard line. We'll see where they spot it. Give Baldwin their own 27-yard line. So that is where the Bulldog offense will start the night. Nice job holding strong there and forcing a punt. We talked about how good Burlington was on 3rd down last week. That's a big start right there.
Interesting to see what the game plan is going to be coming out the gates for Coach Lisher. More of a run-centered attack like last week against Ottawa, or see if they try to spread the ball out like in week 1.
So we'll see right here, and that's Alford keeping it right side. A lot of running room. He might have a foot race past midfield to the 40, 30, 25, and he's tripped up across the 25-yard line to Baldwin into Wildcat territory on the first play.
Carrying on from a strong week last week, this Baldwin offense ran the ball well. Bryce Alford was, as well as Creighton Frost, was a big part of that. Alford showing off the wheels, bouncing outside, making a couple moves, and he looked quick getting down that sideline.
Yeah, big time. He had 11 carries last week, only for 11 yards, but he did score that touchdown. Already getting loose here. Showed a little bit of speed out that right side. See Gunnar Reichard split here near side. Collum is the tight end. They'll hand it off this time to Creighton Frost. He barrels ahead. Gets about 6 yards, a great gain on first down.
Go in the red zone. You know, the field shrinks up, which is a good thing and a bad thing. A lot of defenses actually prefer to play defense in the red zone because of how much it shortens the field and how much more space you're able to cover. Interesting how Coach Lisher dials it up here in the red zone for the Bulldogs.
That's a good point. Alford will turn, hand it back off to Frost. Gets a couple of yards, brought down by Tegan Smith. Sophomore was there first.
First third down of the night for Baldwin, 3rd and short. We mentioned it a couple times already. First half of the Ottaway game, 9 first downs, and a lot of those came on 3rd down. One of them a 3rd and 23 conversion from Ryder
3rd
Nye.
and very long. That Nye made a great play, run after catch-wise, and that set up the touchdown on that opening drive. They'll go from the pistol. They'll hand it off to Frost. He gets cut down. That's 52 there, Bowen McIntosh, one of the inside backers, 5'7" junior. So Baldwin does get the first down, though. Only needed a couple. Second first down of this drive, and they are still marching right here in the red zone. Looking kind of like that first drive last week, not taking near as much time off the clock, though. They took 8 minutes off the clock in that drive down in Ottawa. Max Harvey, Ethan Williams, Gunnar Reichard, the receivers. Frost behind Alford. Turn, run, same play, left side, and this time he'll get stood up by Logan Turner. Turner this year the leading tackler on the Wildcats. Not much gain, might have lost a little bit there, did Frost. Baldwin 129 yards on the ground last week after just 71 in the opening week in Iola. Once again, they'll run that same play, give it back to Frost. He'll bang ahead, lost the football, and I'm not sure if he was down or not. I think, this official on the near side saying he was down by contact, got back to the original line of scrimmage, but a 3rd down and 10 coming up.
You know, not getting much on these last 3 run plays, but I think these last 3 plays exemplifies how important having somebody like Creighton Frost is. The last 3 plays he's been first contact 2 or 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and the first run play got a first down on 3rd and short. These last 2 able to get back to the line of scrimmage and not end up in a 3rd and long situation.
3rd and 10, Alford fakes the handoff, looking for a man. He's got Gunnar Reichard, a nice catch. Went down and got that one, pulled it off the turf, but he's going to be a little bit short of that first down.
I'll be surprised if this offense
does
not stay on the field.
Baldwin now 1 of 2 on this drive on 3rd down. They'll bring up a 4th down and maybe 1, could be inches. I'll spread it out again. Big Creighton Frost, 5'10", 205-pound sophomore back. See if they hand it to him. They will, right side. He's going to lower that shoulder and get inside the 5-yard line. A fresh set of downs for Baldwin.
There it is again, partner. Getting stopped right at the line of scrimmage and being able to fall forward another 2 or 3 yards to get the first down. Another crucial 3rd to go.
That was
3rd down, 4th down conversion late in this drive.
Keeping this drive going, 9th play coming up. They've got 3 first downs. Now converted to 3rd down and a 4th down. 1st and goal from the 4. Frost still in the backfield. He's to the right of Alford. Williams in the slot. Harvey down here. That's a bad snap through the hands of Alford. He's just going to have to jump on this at his own 15. It's going to be a big loss for Baldwin, though.
Good awareness by Bryce Alford, just to fall, and they don't want to take any rest, especially this early into the game and this deep into your opponent's territory.
Let's get that offensive line left to right for Baldwin. Jake Stavanis, a junior. Brendan O'Connor, a junior. Carson Shannon's the center. He's a junior. And Jake Van Horn and Brett Davidson on the right side, both seniors. Davidson was a second-team All-League O-lineman last year, and both of those guys on the right side of the line them boys can move some fellas. Second down and goal from the 15. Alford fakes the handoff, going to look for the end zone. Colton Collum was his intended target, and a flag comes flying in.
A little bit of contact from the defender. Can't quite make out who that was for Burlington, number 7, I believe.
It'll be Motts.
Alex Motts, yeah. A lot of hand fighting.
Ooh, they're going to call that pass interference on Baldwin. So that's a tough break for the Dogs.
Looks like they're still discussing. Yep, they're going to take him back.
That's going to be a tough
About 10
break
yards.
for Baldwin. Looked like Collum was just trying to make a play on that. It was a little bit of a high throw.
15-yard penalty.
Yep, that's going to back him all the way back to the 30. Be first or second and goal from the 30. Let's see that every day.
A lot of hand fighting. I guess you could have called it both ways, but I feel like you also could have left maybe the laundry in the pocket.
First penalty of the game this time. Not much there as Jackson Rude gets out to the 25. Bring up third down and goal.
Alford can get it out in a hurry.
He's got a quick trigger.
Yeah, he does.
Good release.
It was a good snap right to the chest of Rude. Nice 5-yard gain for the pair.
Be interesting. Baldwin hasn't kicked a field goal yet this year. Haven't attempted one. We'll see if this is 4-down territory. If Brendan O'Connor gets a chance to boot one, if they don't punch it in here. Alford going to roll to his left. He's looking towards the 5-yard line. It's tipped away by Anderson. Nice play there by the defensive back. Anderson, all league last year.
I saw number 30, Devin Waddell, at wideout for Baldwin. See if they get deeper. You've seen over the last 2 games, they're not afraid to get deep into that depth chart.
Yeah, they rotate a lot of guys offensively and defensively. A lot of receivers coming in and out. Look at this. Creighton Frost is out wide on the near side. Ryder and I is in the backfield. Alford's going to drop back, look right side. Now he's in trouble, gets flushed. He's looking deep towards the end zone. Nobody's going to be there, and that will be a turnover on. Well, got a flag down. We'll see. We'll check that.
But you mentioned the offensive line. There's been 8 different offensive line players this year, so obviously a lot of rotations being earlier in the season. Looks like an illegal man downfield.
Okay, I didn't quite catch the signal, but that's going to be against Baldwin. So a turnover on downs is how their first drive will end after being very promising. Disappointing there. You get first and goal from inside the 5-yard line. You come away with no points there.
Yeah, you end up with 4th and 25.
Yeah. So that gives the ball back to the Wildcats. 3:48 on the clock here in quarter number 1. They'll start from their own 25-yard line. 5 plays and a punt. They did get 1 first down.
Split backfield again.
Haig will turn, hand it off. That's Brody Anderson. Breaks through there. Good burst out past the 40-yard line. Finally brought down about the 42 by Max Harvey.
Great open field tackle, but potentially saving a touchdown there, if not a bigger gain than what it already was getting to the second level.
Scoreboard camera keeps floating a little bit. That's all right. Haig will take the snap, and he's got a lot of room to the left side of that offensive line, and another big gain for the Wildcats. A couple of first downs in a row, both on the ground. They are into Baldwin territory already.
Two teams pretty similar offensive MOs. They're going to want to pound it on the ground early and often. Be interesting to see, obviously, Burlington being able to stop Baldwin once. See if Baldwin can repeat their fortunes on defense.
Over 200 yards on the ground last week for Burlington and their win. Haig this time will keep it again left side. A lot of running room. Breaks a tackle. Still going at the 30-yard line where he's forced out of bounds there. I think that was Tucker Flory on the back end. That's Dylan Van Horn out there, the freshman. Did you spot earlier? Did you say Michael Newman's injured here tonight and out?
I thought so.
We'll see. I'm looking for him out there.
I saw him in the captain's toss. I thought I saw number 2. Not dressed
looking
out.
On the sideline here. Yep. There's Haig gonna keep it left side, and he'll get ripped down.
Who's that? Jackson Rude.
Jackson Rude, the outside backer out there, and he's having none of that. Nice contain.
You know, I sound like a broken record, these last 2 weeks, but he has really exploded this year. He's been a nice surprise, especially after sitting out last year.
Here we go, 2nd and 13. Couple guys in the backfield again. Motts with his hand in the ground in fullback position. They'll run quarterback sweep this side with Haig. He gets tripped up. Out past the Baldwin 30-yard line. That's
Max Harvey again.
Yeah, Max Harvey in there. Also Brendan O'Connor. O'Connor, the 3rd leading tackler on the team. Jake Van Horn, 2nd on the squad, and Creighton Frost has the most tackles so far this year. Brings up a 3rd down. Third and 8 from Baldwin's 27. Split backs. This time a direct snap to Brody Anderson. He'll run sweep left side. He breaks a tackle. Now spins around another one, and he's inside the 10-yard line. A scoring chance here for the Wildcats. 3rd down conversion there on a 3rd and 8.
Number 5, Anderson with a carry to the Bulldogs, 7-yard line.
Gets Burlington into the red zone for the first time tonight. Under a minute to play in the first quarter. Still no score.
Maybe Burlington, they ran the ball, I'm not sure every play, but at least 90% of the plays, so maybe they changed it up closer to the end zone.
I don't think they've ran a pass play yet. You're right. Haig's going to try to keep it up the middle that time, and he gets stuffed there. Nothing going. Looked like
Hank Beard and Jake Van Horn.
Yep, Van Horn.
Number 13 stepped at the line by number 52.
It's going to close us out of the first quarter, it looks like. The Wildcats are going to take it to the sideline.
All right, no score after 1. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live. We'll switch ends and be back with more after this.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144. Oh, shoot.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back here in Baldwin City, Kansas, all set for the start of the second quarter. Still scoreless, but Burlington, knocking on the door at the Baldwin 7-yard line. Got a second down and goal. Pretty quick first quarter. Only 3 drives total. This is actually the 3rd drive of the game. Each team with one before this. Baldwin had a nice drive going, a 11-play drive that got him down. Actually a 12-play drive if you count that turnover on downs. 4th down, couldn't punch it in. Here we go under center. Haig turns, fakes the handoff. He'll try to run quarterback sweep, looking for the pylon. Did he get there? No, they're going to mark him out of bounds right at the goal line.
I'll make it 3rd and 1 for Burlington. Definite 4-down territory.
Yeah.
For Coach Carlson.
Nice hustle. I didn't see who knocked him out of bounds there. I missed that, but that's great hustle, cutting off that corner of the end zone. Brings up 3rd down and goal from the 1. They'll just try to quarterback sneak it with Haig. He pushes the ball across, and he's going to be in for a Burlington touchdown.
The old touch push.
Yep. Chance Haig, his 5th rushing touchdown on the year, gets the scoring started here tonight.
Emmett Hazen looking to finish off the job. The point after.
Yeah, an 8-play touchdown drive. 175 yards. Hazen's extra point up and perfect. So 7-0. Our score here early. Burlington takes the lead. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live, presented by Hayden Outdoors.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Welcome back. Burlington 7-0. They are up after an 8-play touchdown drive that went 75 yards and took 4 minutes off the clock. Hazen will squib this one down the field. Looks like Baldwin and Jackson Rude will pick it up and bring it. He's got a lot of running room out to the 35-40. If he could have stepped through that tackle, he would have had a lot of green grass ahead of him, but a great return for Baldwin. And they'll start past their own 45-yard line on their second drive of the game.
So a big stop for number 32 for Burlington, Kaiser Lehman. If Jackson Rude had managed to step out of that one, I don't think there's very many people on this football field that can catch him in the open field.
So with their own 47, great starting field position, 11:42 to go, second quarter. It's going to be a big drive for Baldwin. We'll see if they can respond to that touchdown drive from the Wildcats. They'll spread it out. 2 wide receivers near side. Alford will look to throw. He's looking deep down the field towards Max Harvey. And pretty good coverage out there by Eli Irvin. He was step for step with Harvey. Irvin has the 1 interception for this Wildcat defense on the year.
I like the idea from Alford and Coach Lisher. Try to spread out this offense, try to get more targets across. There's been, I believe, 6 unique receivers over the first 3 weeks, and I think that's a pretty good distribution. Just got to be able to get it to your guys consistently, and I like, the idea of spreading the field, especially early in the downs.
Second down, they'll hand it to Creighton Frost. He's working his way through the middle, trying to drive ahead for more yardage. Gets out to midfield before he's drugged down by 3 Wildcats. Hazen in there along with Kaiser Lehman. Brings up third down.
Johnny O and Jackson Rude subbing in for this crucial third down. If you're Baldwin, you're really looking to convert. If not on the possession, at least you want to take some time off the clock and give your defense a rest, especially after that long possession that Burlington just had.
Baldwin 1 of 3 on third down so far. This is a third down and 7. Little pop pass to Jackson Rude. He's got a lot of running room. 35-30. Could be a foot race to the end zone. Gets knocked out of bounds around the 15, but inside the red zone has fumbled it out of bounds. But a big opportunity here for Baldwin.
Oh, and that's why he's getting subbed in on third down. Jackson Rude. 2 big plays already on this possession, starting off with the kickoff return to get them started around their own 40, and now a big around 30-yard gain. A good on-the-money throw in rhythm by Bryce Alford, and a heck of a job by Jackson Rude to finish out the play. Not quite being able to finish it, but if you're the Bulldogs, you like your odds from down here. Again, just can't mess it up with penalties.
First down and goal. They'll run speed option right side. Alford's going to cut back. He's going to be into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Bryce Alford, his second touchdown on the ground this year. Third touchdown on the ground.
Bryce Alford, a shifty runner, showing it earlier today with his big run in the first possession, and last week with his rush touchdown, making a couple players miss. There again, starting outside, cutting it back inside for a big touchdown up the middle for your Bulldogs.
Go ahead, Jackson.
Nope.
4-play touchdown drive, 53 yards, only took a minute off the clock. Talk about some quick strike offense from the Bulldogs. Couple of big plays there. Jackson Rude right at the middle of it. O'Connor on to attempt the extra point. And it's going to end up no good. So it will make the score 7-6. Burlington still with the lead, but Baldwin a big drive there to respond. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Back here for the kickoff after Baldwin scores a touchdown, misses the extra point, so 7-6 our score, quarter number 2. Fair catch on that short kickoff. They'll start from their own 29-yard line as Burlington. Had an 8-play touchdown drive that went 75 yards, took 4 minutes off the clock. Their last drive. Start from their own 29 here. It's been a lot of Chance Haig and Brody Anderson on the ground so far. Haven't seen a pass play yet, I don't think, from Burlington, just keeping it on the ground. They did have over 150 passing yards in each of the first 2 weeks of the season. over 160 in each of those games, actually. And so
they're lined up and empty here.
Yeah, we'll see. Here we go. They'll quick pass it out on a screen to Anderson. Nice pursuit that time from the Bulldogs. Jackson Rude once again in on the stop.
You've had to say his name a lot. He's having a really good first half.
Yeah, big time. He really broke out in that week 1 game at Iola. He had a scoop and score that really lit us on fire.
He had a great first half against Ottawa. That defense was very stout in that first half. He was flying everywhere, and it looks to be the same, at least for him so far.
Haig's going to drop back to throw. Now he's under some pressure, and he gets sacked. A couple of Bulldogs back in there.
Hank Beard, I think, honestly, you should give that to the whole defensive line. I saw Hank Beard, Brett Davidson. I saw Brendan O'Connor and Jake Van Horn all back there to make the stop. And the Bulldogs forcing a big 3rd and 16 to get the ball back from the Wildcats.
It really gave Haig nowhere to escape out of the pocket there. Great pressure from the D-line and brings up a big-time 3rd down. See if Baldwin can get off of the field. 2 of 3 on 3rd down so far. Haig will drop back, looking left side. Overshot his man Anderson.
Almost ended up in the hands of Jackson Rude, and that would have been 6 points the other way for sure if he got a clean catch on it. But as it stands, not the way it went.
So a nice defensive possession there. Looked like they're going to force a 3 and out as it's 4th and 16. The punting unit on. Emmett Hazen will be the punter. Looks like Johnny O back to return alongside Tucker Flory. Pretty good punt this time. Flory calls for a fair catch, and he'll take it in at his own 44-yard line. A great possession there defensively for Baldwin. They get the ball back.
Let's see what this Bryce Alford-led offense can. Looks like they've got a little swagger behind them, especially after that last possession. A little pep in their step coming out. See what they open up with.
Start from their own 43-yard line. Good field position again. Yeah, he took it right out of my mouth. Started from the 47-yard line there last drive that went for a touchdown, a 4-play, 53-yard drive. We'll see if they can't duplicate it here. Alford in the shotgun. They'll fake the handoff, a little pop pass there. Ethan Williams on the reception. He's going to be brought down immediately by Landon Bober, the sophomore, but decent gain there. Gets it out close to midfield.
Bryce Alford getting the sign from Coach Lisher.
Should mention that earlier we saw Ryder Nye headed towards the locker room, so he was kind of holding his arm, it looked like.
Left arm, yeah.
Yeah, so hopefully he's going to be all right. I haven't seen him come back out yet. We'll keep you updated on that situation. Alford fakes the handoff. Now he's in trouble. Breaks the pocket and now looking to run. Pulls it down. He got a couple. Sets up a 3rd down and manageable at least.
And that's going to be what Baldwin has really missed out on so far in this year. 3rd and manageable is winning in those early down situations and trying to minimize negative yards. They've done a pretty good job of that here halfway through the second quarter. Just need to, again, focus on completing these possessions. Having 2 possessions be in the red zone and only coming out with 1, you really hope to see them make another trip by the end of this possession and close it out.
Alford takes the shotgun snap, runs speed option right side. He gets hit immediately. Looks like the football came loose. See what they rule here. He fumbled it forward, and if Baldwin recovered it, it looks like it'd be enough for a 1st down, and it is going to be, so a little bit of a break there. Recovered there by Brendan O'Connor. That's a big-time play to jump on that football. All in all, it'll result in the 5th 1st down of the night so far for Baldwin. 7:30 and ticking second quarter. Looks like Yeah, Ryder Nye has come out of the locker room, and he's got that thing wrapped up, and he's definitely not coming back in this game, so he looks like he's going to be out. That's going to be a tough blow for Ryder and the Bulldogs. Alford throwing out of a sack, finds Colton Collum. What a throw that was under pressure. Collum gets out of bounds into Burlington territory, down close to the 30, and a fresh set of downs again. A couple first downs in a row. Baldwin marching this ball down the field.
Right tackle Hunter Barnhart being able to hold the defensive end just enough, figuratively, I don't mean an actual holding penalty, but being able to hold him just long enough for Bryce Alford to zip out a beautiful throw on the run under pressure, and Colton Collin being able to get out in space for another first down. And again, the Baldwin Bulldogs are marching on these Burlington Wildcats.
The Burlington 29. They'll hand it off to Creighton Frost. He'll get hit and dropped after only a couple that time. Give it to Bowen McIntosh on the tackle. Also, big 74, Kent Stuckey, the senior D lineman in there. Sixth play of this drive coming up. Baldwin's had 6 first downs so far here in the first half. 3 of 5 on third down. Trying to get into at least a third manageable once again here. Got a 2nd and 8.
Johnny O lined up bottom of your screen.
They'll fake the handoff, another pop pass, and that is complete. Looks like Ethan Williams again.
Similar play to his first catch earlier in the possession. It works out.
So they're going to that little pop pass off of the play action, quick little delivery from Alford. You're right, he's got a quick release, gets it out, and on target.
And those aren't the easiest place to make those RPOs, run pass options. You got to make a couple reads before you make your decision to pull it, and you either got to get that pass out quick because your offensive line thinks you're running. So if you don't get that pass out quick and you wait and hitch, that could be an illegal man downfield, just like we saw earlier in the game. And it's nice to be able to see him have a quick trigger like that and get it out in rhythm.
3 of 5 on third down. We'll see what they go to here. Alford kept it. He's lowering his shoulder, breaking tackles, and he's got first down yardage. That's Alford showing his toughness into the red zone for the 3rd time.
And as I said earlier, 2 very similar MOs, 2 very athletic quarterbacks, 2 very good running backs, and a wide receiver threat. Burlington, number 5, Brody Anderson. And for your Bulldogs so far, number 32, Jackson Root has had a great game out wide. And of course, the running back for Burlington being Hunter Cole, Creighton Frost for your Bulldogs, Bryce Alford, and Chance Hegg, all having a great game for their respective sides.
Looks like a delay game penalty as Baldwin didn't get the snap off. That'll back him up 5. That's not what you want when you got some momentum rolling right down the field. That'll back him up. 3rd penalty on Baldwin.
Most importantly, I'm pretty sure all 3 of those penalties are from our own red zone, which at least 2 of them are. So,
well, that one,
the pass interference, and then
that might be the 2nd penalty. Actually, there's a delay game on Burlington was the 3rd I'm thinking about. Right. So 2 on Baldwin, 1 on Burlington. Looks like Alford's going to fake the handoff, roll right side. He's looking downfield. He's just going to tuck it in. He's inside the 10, close to the 5-yard line. Another great decision that time to tuck it and run.
Nice 10-yard gain.
Yep, it's
again, Alford short, showing off the legs.
This will be the 9th play of this drive.
2nd down and 1 to go for the Bulldogs.
Baldwin had a 12-play drive that was promising. They got inside the 5 on their first possession, but turned it over on downs. Didn't come away with points. Had a quick 4-play touchdown drive, and now the 9th play right here. 2nd and 1 from Burlington's 5. He'll turn, hand it off to Creighton Frost. He's barreling ahead. He didn't quite get there. Almost got his first career touchdown. Burlington players staying down. Looks like that's number 3 that's getting helped off. Tegan Smith, a sophomore, limping around for the Wildcats, but that is a first down for Baldwin. 4th first down of this drive. 8th in the first half. First and goal from about the 1 yard line. We'll see if they can't punch this thing in. Take the lead. They'll run it up the middle with Frost. Did he get in there? And yeah, he did. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Touchdown, Creighton Frost. We've waited a little while to say that, but the sophomore's first career rushing touchdown puts the Bulldogs on top.
Baldwin really showing their prowess on the running game, on the ground game so far. Bryce Alford making a statement, Creighton Frost making a statement. They've looked deadly on all 3 possessions so far. Unfortunately, only able to end 2 of them with points so far, but looks like they're staying out and going for 2.
They're going to go for 2, try to make this a 7-point game from the shotgun. Alford going to look right side. Is it Jackson Rood? Again, it is. Big catch there for Rood for the 2-point conversion, and Baldwin goes up 14-7 here at home. A big-time drive there. Bulldogs with all the momentum in this one. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Bulldog football right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Back here, Liston Stadium in Baldwin City, the Bulldogs have the lead 14-7. 2 straight touchdown drives. It was a 4-play drive and then a 10-play drive that went 57 yards. Took 6 minutes off the clock. The 2-point conversion was good, so 14-7 our score as O'Connor has it teed up, and he'll boot this one away. It'll head towards the sideline, but it's going to be picked up there by Anderson. He's going to try to find the corner. A flag goes flying. He's got a lot of running room out right side past the 45. Another flag goes flying. They're coming from all directions, and O'Connor blasts him out of bounds. So an exciting return. We'll check the laundry.
It looks like all the Bulldogs are pretty positive both of those are going to be on Burlington, and looks like this return is coming back. Impressive return from Brody Anderson. As you pointed out, was an honorable mention all-league returner, and as we mentioned in the pregame show, that is going to be a big emphasis for how we recover last week. Of course, last week giving up a kick return touchdown to Ottawa, and in the first week, Iola giving up a fumble. Our special teams giving up a fumble on a kickoff. So looking to redeem themselves is the special teams, and getting pretty lucky here with that return getting called back.
I didn't catch the call. Did you? Was it a hold block in the back?
I saw
one of those.
I thought I saw a hold, but
either way,
I was looking at my notes down here.
Second penalty on Burlington. That'll back him up. I mean, Anderson's quick, though. You can see him trying to get around that corner.
He got out. He turned the corner really fast. And be interesting to see what Coach Carlson's going to have written up for these Burlington Wildcats. 3.5 minutes left right before halftime.
Baldwin's got all the momentum right now. A touchdown drive, forced a 3 and out, and another touchdown drive.
Wildcats deep in their own territory, and this Baldwin crowd is getting more and more involved.
Uh-oh, from their own 11, breaking through there is the quarterback, Chance Haig, right through the middle of that line, and he gets out all the way to the 50, a touchdown-saving tackle by Jackson Rude. He finally ran him down, but into Baldwin territory they go.
And that was a beautiful scheme. I asked Coach Carlson what he had written up, and he had a beautiful trap play with the interior guards creating a huge hole in the middle. Not easy to do against this Baldwin defensive line, especially with Hank Beard and Brett Davidson in the middle of that line.
Yeah, you're right. That is a great play call, though, because Baldwin, they like to get upfield, that D-line, and they maybe got upfield a little bit too much. Got trapped that time, and Haig had a ton of running room. He could have ran a truck through the middle of that line there. This time they'll spread it out, 5 wide, actually 4 with a tight end. Haig's going to look quick left side. Irvin's got the catch. He'll be pushed out of bounds there by Jackson Rude and also Dylan Van Horn.
The second pass of the half for Burlington, as I recall, and as the second screen call, looks like that's how they're going to try to get it done in the air today. Maybe they expand upon that in the second half or to close out the first half.
Yeah, you can tell, can't you? They like that quick passing game, like to work the perimeters. This time they'll spread it out again. Nobody in the backfield with Haig. 2nd down and 4 from Baldwin territory. This time he's going to get stood up and rocked. Brendan O'Connor fills that hole. He does it nicely, no gain. Might have even lost a yard there was Haig. That'll bring up a 3rd down.
Oh, and that's what Baldwin was looking for when Burlington was down at their own 7. Just wasn't able to get to the ball quick enough, and Brendan O'Connor able to fly from his linebacker position.
Burlington 2 of 4 on 3rd downs. Their 5th try coming up here, a 3rd down and 5. 2:15 to play, first half. Haig takes the snap. He'll hand it off to Anderson, but he's getting drugged down by Jake Van Horn. He bear hugged him and suplexed him down to the turf.
Ball's on the ground. It's in a
timeout taken by Baldwin.
Hands, but I think he is down by contact is what they're going to tell him.
Baldwin's going to take a timeout here after they force a 4th down. Be the first timeout of the game for either squad. Give me a chance to tell you that the timeouts this year are brought to you by Rice Precision Manufacturing. They're a family-owned company right here in Baldwin City. They service many different industries, from food processing to heavy and light industrial, oil and gas, and many more. With state-of-the-art machine tools, Rice Precision provides a great work environment that offers excellent pay and competitive benefits. It's the perfect place to start your next career. Let's find out more by emailing jobs@rice-precision.com. I'd like to remind you also the Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. They are the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon are your Baldwin City area brokers, and they invite you to immerse in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm. It's a beautiful 39-plus acre property, a 2,100 square foot home. It's got stunning views. If you want to learn more, you can go to HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule your tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors. So here we go, a big 3rd down stop there and a 4th down coming up.
A risky idea from Coach Carlson. 4th and 4. You're giving up the opportunity to pin him deep.
Haig's going to keep it, come left side here. He got a block on the edge. He gets the 1st down and more, down to close to the Baldwin 30.
He is a hard runner.
Yeah, he runs hard, doesn't he?
13 taken down by number 32.
He is their leading rusher on the year. Came in to the game 38 runs, 174 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Listed 6'1", 165, but he's been pretty hard to take down so far.
So they do convert on the 4th down, a fresh set of downs. From the Baldwin 30, he'll look right side and flip it out to Irvin. That's a fumble.
Pass.
A backwards pass. It's still rolling around. And Irvin able to jump on it. But a big-time loss there. That's going to prompt another Baldwin timeout. Boy, that's a big break.
I don't know who that was in pursuit. I believe that was Dylan Van Horn. He almost got his hands on the football in pursuit.
Yeah, I think you're right. Van Horn getting some run out there on the outside linebacker. We've seen him all year long, but no Michael Newman here this evening, it looks like. So Van Horn getting some more playing time out there. It's got to be pretty cool with the Van Horn boys out there playing together. But big time loss there for the Wildcats with only 1:19 to play here in quarter number 2. Don't forget the halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld and the crew down there at Farm Bureau Financial Services. That's coming up at the half. Another minute 19 to go.
And now to see what Coach Carlson has in that playbook of his. 2nd and 27, as you mentioned, 1:19 left before halftime. Of course, following Haig not being able to connect with Eli Irvin on a backwards lateral. That bounce not in Burlington's favor.
Sets up a 2nd down and very long. Haig takes the shotgun snap, being pursued by Hank Beard. He's just going to have to get rid of this thing, throw it out of bounds. See if they get a grounding call. I think there is actually a receiver in the area. I saw somebody out there. Okay. He's kind of doing a little sweep out of the backfield, and so he's able to get rid of it, but sets up a 3rd down. Half a mile. Actually, no. You're right.
I think so,
yeah. They are going to get him for intentional grounding. I swore I saw a receiver out there.
The ball did not get past the line of scrimmage.
Well, if there was a running back out there, I thought.
Yeah, it looks like that's what Coach Carlson is.
Yeah, he's arguing over there. Carlson,
I think he's got an argument to be made.
Yeah. That'll be another big break for Baldwin, though, if they called this thing and they're going to wave it off. Yeah, I think that Carlson, he was able to convince them that they had a running back out there in the flat, and that's what he was getting rid of the football. Coach Cody Carlson, his 2nd year here at Burlington, he's 7-5 so far, and Coach Bob Lisher, the legendary Coach Bob Lisher, in his 4th season here at Baldwin, 6-22 record. The Hall of Famer has the Bulldogs on top here. 1:13 to play in the first half. 3rd down and very long.
Penalty or not, still a not great situation to be in if you're Burlington.
Haig going to look to set up a screen pass this time. That's Motts. Spins away from one tackle, but he's not going to get away from another. Gets it out to the Baldwin 40. It's going to set up a 4th down and long, and Baldwin's going to take their 3rd charge timeout, stop this clock, try to get the football back one more time.
Looking to be about 4th and 20 is what they're going to give them.
So Baldwin will take their 3rd timeout. We'll take it with them and be back with the last minute 1 the first half. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Back here, Liston Stadium, Baldwin City, Kansas. A 4th down and 20, and in punt formation is Burlington. Hazen takes the snap, and he gets a very high short punt. It's going to bounce right around the Baldwin 20-yard line and be down there by Anderson. So with 53 seconds to play, Baldwin has no timeouts, but a chance to add to their 7-point lead before the half. 2 straight punts forced by Baldwin.
Coach Lisher giving a little pep talk to Bryce Offer before setting him up. No timeouts, but, you know, this offense has a lot of athletes that I'm sure he's looking to push the pedal to the metal towards the end of the second half. I like the matchups. I'm sure that's what Coach Lisher is saying. So let's see how strong Baldwin can close out this half.
First and 10 from their own 21. Trips near side. Alford is going to come out here near side, look to throw on the run, has it complete. Max Harvey didn't quite get out of bounds though, so the clock's going to keep running after they set the chains.
40 seconds and counting.
It's still ticking.
Can't snap the ball until everyone gets set.
So first down, that clock is quickly melting away. We'll run speed option this side. We'll see if Alford can get out of bounds, and he does. Irvin knocks him out of bounds.
That's going to stop the clock. 20 seconds left before halftime. See if Baldwin can get a couple more chunk plays down the field.
I was going to say, you're going to try a deep shot
yeah,
here.
Before maybe a last-ditch effort. You know, 20 seconds, and you got to get the ball out of bounds. I think you got if you can get it out of bounds, I think you got 2 plays before you got to go for the end zone.
We'll see here. Alford has 1 touchdown and 3 interceptions on the year through the air.
Now 2 rushing touchdowns on the year as well.
He'll drop back to throw, looking deep. He's going to throw it right side, looking for Max Harvey. And the battle for that football is going to come up incomplete. Set up a 3rd down and 5 from their own 38 with just under 13 seconds to play first half.
Eli Irvin doing a good job in coverage there. Yeah, finding the ball and being able to swat it away from the arms of Max Harvey.
Mentioned he has the lone interception defensively for Wildcats this year. See what happens here on 3rd down and 5. Might just run this ball and go to the half with a 7-point lead, if you ask me. But
I'd look for that frame of Johnny O or Colton Collum.
Let's not do anything wild here. Alford will turn and hand it to Frost, and just like that, he'll carry guys for another 3 or 4 yards, as he does. But that's how the first half is going to expire, and what a first half it was from the Bulldogs. They'll go into the locker room up by 7, 14-7. They lead it. One of the best first half they played, and the crowd here, a big crowd at Liston Stadium, responds and serenades them. A standing ovation as they head to the locker room. So 14-7. We'll take a break and come back with the Farm Bureau Financial Services halftime show. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Dr. Philip Harvey at Oral Surgery Kansas is a proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs. Dr. Harvey and his staff wish all of the Bulldogs the best of luck this year as you continue to make Baldwin City proud. Oral Surgery Kansas provides personalized, gentle, comprehensive patient care for a wide range of oral surgery procedures. To learn more, visit oralsurgerykansas.com or call 785-843-5490. Oral Surgery Kansas, cheering on the Baldwin Bulldogs.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here to Liston Stadium in Baldwin City. We have made it to the half. Baldwin leads at 14-7 over the visiting Burlington Wildcats. This is the halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld down at Farm Bureau Financial Services. He's your agent in Baldwin City, Kansas. Kelly and his team are there to help you protect what matters most. Call 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting or stop by the new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street. See how Kelly and his team can help you achieve your financial goals, both present and future. So Jackson, so the halftime show gets going out there. This was a very promising first half for the Bulldogs, one of the best first halves really that I've seen the last couple of years from the Dogs, and boy, they really came out of the gate strong, had a great opening possession. They got inside the 5-yard line, but they were unable to punch that thing in. A couple of penalties really backed them up, and they had, a third and a fourth and goal from about their own, or the 25, 30-yard line, so you don't see that every day, but unable to come up with some points. But a couple of possessions later in the half, they drove it down the field. Don't want to say easy, but it looked relatively easy, and great job of working it down the field by the Bulldogs, and missed the extra point after the first touchdown, but got the 2-point conversion attempt to Jackson Rood second time around. So what did you like? What did you see from the Dogs there in the first half?
Well, I like what you just said. It looked easy, and you didn't want to say the word easy. I want to say smooth. They looked like they were in rhythm. They looked comfortable. Bryce Alford looks very comfortable in the pocket, being able to create for not only his receivers, but being able to create for the whole offense with his arm and being able to get out on his feet. Creighton Frost is having a very powerful first half, being able to run through the tackles. He's been able to gain effective yards after a tackle. There's been many times where he gets stopped a yard or two behind the line of scrimmage, and he falls forward, and so in most cases he's able to get a gain. So that's a very important, winning those early downs. When you get late, like in the third downs or in the second and longs, you want to end up with a third and short, and our third down game has been strong. Our defense has been holding strong outside of that first possession.
Yeah, it was a great big-time first half.
Second possession, sorry.
Yeah, no.
That's what I was looking for.
You're all right. They took a lot of momentum there late in the first half. Really, that was one of the big takeaways for me, for the Dogs, because they had that touchdown drive, went 4 plays, 53 yards down the field, really took it right down the field, had some big plays there, and then forced a 3 and out, got the ball right back, and went back down, scored another touchdown, and gave themselves the lead. So they really took control of things. Burlington almost scored. They had that one big trap play that Haig ran right up the middle. He got to midfield, but a great touchdown-saving tackle there by Jackson Rood, and he's really had a really good game on both sides of the ball. Jackson Rood has, along with Creighton Frost, offensively and defensively. I think the O&D line for me, too, they've played pretty consistently. We called for them and the keys to our game here this evening, and they've played pretty well. A lot of guys playing pretty well, and including the sophomore quarterback Bryce Alford, who's been looking pretty good both on the ground and through the air. Had that 1 2-point conversion to Root and a touchdown on the ground. And good for Creighton Frost, as he got his first career rushing touchdown as well.
Especially after having such a good game last week. I was surprised to see that he wasn't able to get in the end zone.
He has
very, very good for him. It's only taken him about 13 starts.
He's earned
finally there.
Big time.
He's earned it.
Earned it big time. One big note we should mention is Ryder Nye. He is not going to return tonight. He left with an arm injury. It looks like his left arm. He had kind of in a bit of a sling, and so he's going to be held out the rest of this game. It's going to be a big miss for Baldwin, but right now they have the 14-7 halftime lead. We'll go ahead and take a break here on the halftime show. We'll come back, give you a little drive summary, and try to get some scores from around the area. A lot of good games going on around the area, so we'll check that for you. You are watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live. It's all presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. Be back with more on the halftime show after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street, or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
With Heartland Plumbing, you get full-service plumbing from a real plumber, not a sales guy who's just there to fix a leak. Heartland Plumbing sets appointments they hold true to, not an inconvenient block of time they might be there. With a strong reputation and years of quality service, Heartland Plumbing has the tools and the people to get your plumbing job done on time the first time. Give them a call at 913-856-5846, serving every big town and small town around, residential and commercial. That's Heartland Plumbing, the plumber you can open your door to.
Welcome back here to the halftime show. 14-7. The Bulldogs have the lead here over the visiting Burlington Wildcats. Go ahead and give you a little drive summary as Burlington started out the game with the first possession. I think they won the toss and chose to receive, so Baldwin should get the football here to start half number 2. Burlington was forced to punt on their first drive, and then their second drive they had an 8-play touchdown drive that went 75 yards down the field, took 4 minutes off the clock. The extra point was good, gave them a 7-0 lead. And then we're forced to a 3-and-out before being forced to another punt. So 3 out of the 4 drives ended up Baldwin forcing a punt from the Wildcats. Wildcats were 2 of 6 on third down there in the first half, 1 of 1 on fourth down conversions, and scored on their only red zone drive, had 2 penalties. That's at least what I had. I might have missed 1 or 2 in there, but that was Burlington in the first half. As for the Bulldogs, their first drive was a great one. It was a 12-play drive. They marched all the way down to inside the 5-yard line. It was a drive that started on their own 27-yard line. They got 3 first downs this drive, like I said, inside the 5-yard line, and then started to go backwards. It was a bad snap, or at least a snap that went through the hands of the sophomore quarterback, Alford, and he had to go back and jump on it. And then a big penalty, a pass interference called on Colton Collum in the end zone. He was wrestling for some position down there as the Bulldogs going to take the field here in the second half. But yeah, got backed up on that first possession and didn't end up coming up with any points. A turnover on downs is how they're first drive ended, and then the second drive, as mentioned earlier, a quick 4-play touchdown drive. It was finished off by Bryce Alford, his third, I should say, rushing touchdown on the year. It was a quick 4-play, 53-yard drive. Started with some pretty good field position at their own 47-yard line. Only took them a minute to get down the field. The extra point was no good, however. So we got 7-6 was our score, and then, as I mentioned, Baldwin forced that 3-and-out, got the ball right back, and then proceeded to take the next drive, 10 plays, 57 yards down the field, a 6-minute touchdown drive that saw Creighton Frost get his first career rushing touchdown. And that made the score 12-7. They went for 2, and a nice Alford to Jackson Rude connection gave them the 2-point conversion. And that is where we are at, 14-7 at the half. Baldwin did get that one more possession right before the half there. They had about a little under a minute to go, no timeouts from their own territory. Gave it a little bit of a shot, got one first down to make it their 9th first down of the first half. Matches their total from last week in the first half with those 9 first downs. But ended up, they said, you know what, let's just go to the halftime with a 7-point lead. Ran out the clock with Creighton Frost, and here we are at a 14-7 lead for the Bulldogs. Trying to get some scores from around the area at halftime here. We got a good one, a couple of good ones going on. Wellsville is hosting Prairie View, and that is a tight one at the half. It is 13-6. Wellsville's leading Prairie View at the half, and then Eudora is visiting Spring Hill tonight. Spring Hill is up 7-0 at the half in that game. Trying to find some other scores here. Hayden is up big at Bishop Ward. It looks like Hayden is at home against Bishop Ward, 56-0, the halftime score. Tonganoxie up 14-7 at the half over Lansing. We'll get some more scores as we see them rolling in from around the area here. Week 3 of the high school football season. This, however, has been halftime show brought to you by Kelly Neufeld and all the great folks down there at Farm Bureau Financial Services. Go ahead and take a break, and on the other side, second half of Bulldog football for you. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Welcome back here, Baldwin City, Kansas. Liston Stadium, the site of tonight's Week 3 high school football game. The first home game, the home opener for the Bulldogs. They lead it 14-7 over Burlington. About 30 seconds left on the clock. Burlington won the toss and chose to receive, so Baldwin will receive the second half kickoff. Baldwin was 4 of 7 on third downs in the first half. Very good conversion rate there. 1 of 2 on fourth down conversions and scored on 2 of 3 of their red zone drives. Got, like I said, to the red zone 3 times out of the 4 drives. The only one really 3 of 3, because that last one shouldn't really count, as they just ran the clock out with about a minute to go in the first half. So change that over to the third quarter. Burlington's got it teed up. Baldwin back to receive. Be a short kickoff there. Baldwin going to take it around their own 40-yard line, and that is where they'll start. So some good field position to start things out here for the Bulldogs in half number 2. Now looks like their own 42 is where they will begin their first drive of the second half. I was just saying, Jackson, very impressive first half. They got to the red zone on really 3 of 3 drives. I don't really count that last one when the half ran out as a drive, but got to the red zone all 3 times. See how their second half starts out here. 3 wideouts. They'll hand it to Frost. He runs hard as always. Gets a couple. Got tripped up there by 52. That is Bowen McIntosh, the middle linebacker, a junior. 9 first half first downs for the Dogs. Had 3 penalties. A couple of them were a little bit costly, but they've done a good job limiting the penalties, and no turnovers was the big story there in the first half. Once again, they'll fake it this time. Alford will keep it, takes a big shot. From 53, Braden Riggs.
Big hit.
Yeah.
Tyce Alford, and he shot right back up.
I was just going to say that. Once again, you see the toughness from Alford. He don't care.
I wouldn't have blamed him for staying down a couple seconds longer. That was a big shot. I heard it from up here through the headphones.
It's a good football name, and 53 on the defensive side, Braden Riggs. I like
we
that
were talking
name.
about him before. It's a great football name. This flows off the tongue.
It
really
does.
well.
Jackson Root and Johnny O going to split out wide left side. Got a tight end, and Gunnar Reichert down here. He'll turn, fake it. Alford will keep it once again on the little zone read. Gets out close to the first down. Is going to be just short of it.
Again, I would be surprised if Lisher didn't keep the offense on the field.
Yeah, they were.
I know I like what I see, and I'd be hard-pressed if. Well, I guess not.
Yeah, it looks like the punt unit being ran out onto the field. good area for a fake maybe. Baldwin was 1 of 2 on 4th down conversions in the first half. It's like Max Harvey's going to be dropped back and will boot this thing away. A pretty good punt till touchdown around the 20-yard line, and that is where it'll be down. So a punt, 3 and out on the first drive of the second half for Baldwin. Not the way they wanted to start things, but we'll see if the defense can hold up strong. Burlington's going to start from their own 20-yard line. Mentioned Baldwin, they were very good on 3rd down, 4 of 7 in that first half. Didn't convert one there, but on the flip side, they were good on 3rd down defensively as well. That was one of our keys to tonight's game. 2 of 6 is the conversion rate in that first half for Burlington. They'll send Anderson in a jet motion, fake it to him. Haig's going to keep it up the middle. It's a pretty good game that time before being drugged down by a couple of Bulldogs. Harvey in on the stop. Also, Brett Davidson will look like in there. Van Horn as well, Jake Van Horn. Good 7-yard gain on 1st down.
Really the first time all season outside of a good portion of the first half of the Ottawa game that Baldwin is playing with a lead.
Yeah.
Playing to protect the lead rather than playing to come back. So different game plan, hopefully in the second half than what they've been used to. Hopefully they convert.
Haig's going to look deep down the left side of the field, and great coverage out there by Jackson Root. He was step for step with Eli Irvin.
Well, that's the first time we've seen Burlington try to stretch it out, and Haig showing a pretty good arm. That ball looked really good. Spiral was good, and he was able to push it down about a 40-yard throw he just made, and it would have been in stride if Jackson Root wasn't step for step with Irvin.
Yeah, decent throw there. If he could have got it more to the outside, his receiver, Irvin, had a lot of room towards the boundary there. He might have been able to catch and run on that, but still pretty good coverage by Root, and it brings up a 3rd down and 3.
Again, in the shotgun.
They're going to roll Haig right side. He's looking for a man. It'll be Anderson. Caught it short of the 1st down. Did he get there on the run after the catch? I don't think so. We'll see where they spot him. He's going to come up short and bring up 4th down. That's a great job. I think that was Johnny O out there in coverage. Pushed him out of bounds. Forces a 4th down and 3. Carson Shannon jogging on.
And it's staying on the field, not looking to go back and punt. Run up the middle, and it looks like he gets stuffed.
Yeah, he did. He got absolutely stuffed by a couple of Bulldogs that time. Looked like Van Horn, Creighton, Frost. Boy.
And that is a huge stop.
Big time
for
4th down.
Baldwin.
So after going 3 and out, they force a turnover on downs.
Coach Carlson for Burlington taking a big risk going for it. But it was 4th and 2. They have done well on the 4th and shorts and 3rd and short so far in the first half.
Boy, at your own 26-yard line, that's a tough call. Big break for Baldwin. We'll see what they do with it.
All of a sudden, Lisher not going for it on the 50-yard line. It's looking like a great decision.
Yeah.
Handoff, Frost off tackle, left side, and he's brought down about 5 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
again, falling forward.
Starting from the plus 26-yard line. Great field position, the best of the night by far. I've had a couple drives start out near midfield, but yeah, this is going to be a big opportunity. Let's see if they can't pad their lead here. Alford with the touchdown run in the first half, and Creighton Frost also with one. Go shotgun once again. Tight end attached right side. Riker, the receiver, near side. They'll send, look like Harvey in motion. They'll hand it to him. That's Ethan Williams. Check that. He's trying to make a couple of moves and has a decent gain.
Going to be about 3rd and 5 is my guess.
Yeah, the official on the far side's got a pretty good spot there. Maybe 3rd down and 2.
Oh.
Got a
bad depth perception there.
That's all right. That's a good gain on 2nd down. Sets up a really manageable 3rd down here. Wasn't able to get it on their first drive of the second half on 3rd down. We'll see how this goes. 3rd and 2 back into the red zone.
With the last possession not being 4th down territory, you would think that this definitely is for Baldwin. Hand off, Creighton Frost, left side. Looks like he stopped just short
it's gonna
of
be
the
close.
line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's going to be close.
Wasn't able to see who was there for Burlington on the stop, but it looks like the refs are not going to give it to him.
That'll bring up 4th down and short. 7 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Baldwin has a 7-point lead. Chance to pat on.
4th and 2 from Burlington's 18. This is the 3rd time Baldwin being in the red zone.
4th time, actually.
4th time, sorry.
To the red zone.
Right.
2 of 3.
Looking to convert for a 3rd time.
Official timeout here for any equipment. Looks like Creighton Frost got something going on.
Signaling to reset the play clock and getting it set.
Big play here, 4th and 2. They'll fake the handoff. Alford, a big broken tackle, lowers the shoulder. Did he get enough? It's going to be tight.
They're going to give it to him. Ooh, it's a close spot.
That is going to be right on.
Well, if they give it to him, what a play.
Yeah, I mean, he broke one tackle that he was going to have for a loss of 2 or 3 yards and then just lowered his shoulder, Creighton Frost style.
Looks like they're still mulling it over.
They might have to measure this thing. It is close.
I don't know how easy it is to see through the camera, but it is really close.
Looks like they are going to bring the chains out and get a measurement. It'll give me a little bit of a chance here to pop up our upcoming broadcast schedule and let you know that next Friday night, another home game against Wellsville, 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock the kick as usual. And then our first soccer game, boys soccer, Eudora coming to town. They'll play Baldwin on the 3rd of October. You can also find our upcoming broadcast schedule in the Maple Weekly, your local weekly newspaper with the latest community news and events, feature stories, local sports, history, and more. Subscribe. It's $5 a month or $50 for the full year. Subscribe now to your local weekly newspaper at baldwinmaple.com. Unfortunately, that measurement came up short for Baldwin, so that'll be a turnover on downs. But boy, what an effort by Alford to even get it close. Looked like, again, he was going to be tackled for a loss. So unfortunately, Baldwin now 1 of 3 on 4th down conversions, and they give the ball right back, unable to capitalize on the turnover on downs that Burlington kind of gifted them. Now Burlington's second drive will start from their own 16-yard line.
Run up the middle.
Not much.
Can't get anywhere. Maybe getting back to the line.
A slow Bulldog stop him at the line. The winner of the 50-50 drawing should come up to the booth to claim the prize.
Approaching halfway mark of the 3rd quarter. Baldwin's still up 7. Looking for their first win on the year.
It looks like this defense came out of the locker room at halftime, and they are most definitely ready to go. Burlington not being able to find much on the ground or in the air to start the second half.
Only a yard on 1st down. Haig's going to look to throw. This time he has an open man right side. That's Anderson. Breaks a tackle, and he's going to turn the Jets on. It's a foot race at the 30, the 20, 15, 10-5 touchdown Burlington. Boy, Brody Anderson's got some wheels.
I think that's the commentator's curse right there.
Yep.
I've done that a couple of times. I've jinxed him this game already. But what a play.
Yeah, big time play
from
that.
Brody Anderson.
About an 80-yard touchdown pass from Haig to Anderson. Most of it coming after the catch. And the extra point could tie us up.
Johnny O in pursuit, unable to get there. And as you said, Brody Anderson showing off the wheels, pulling away from all the angles.
Emmett Hazen's extra point is up and good, and that ties us up at 14 apiece. So Burlington answers Baldwin. They tie this thing up. You're watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate. We'll be back with more after this.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family.
Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home is honored to be your choice when the difficult time comes to plan a lasting tribute for your loved ones. There to guide you through the process from beginning to end with each family's unique traditions and beliefs in mind. Visit lamb-roberts.com to see all of the services offered, including their online pre-planning tool, or call 785-594-3644 to visit with the caring professionals at Baldwin City's only locally owned funeral service and cremation service provider, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home.
Kickoff following the Burlington touchdown is going to get batted around, and boy, Burlington's going to jump on that football. A couple of Bulldogs had a chance at it. It was a short kickoff, a little pooch kick, and very similar to week number 1 down in Iola. They're going to lose a kick return on a fumble and give the ball right back to Burlington. You can see him celebrating over there. All the momentum now with the Wildcats. Not what the Bulldogs wanted there.
Another big error. Well, is Baldwin defense back on the field after giving up a big touchdown? At least you could say that they're not tired after a quick possession by Burlington, but getting the ball back, as you said, quickly turning the momentum around in this game is Burlington.
Took him just 2 plays to go 84 yards. 1 minute came off the clock. Haig looking right side. That was almost picked off out there by Max Harvey. Excuse me, that's Ethan Williams. But a little bit of miscommunication with him and Anderson. Anderson was doing a little hook and go, and he threw the hook. All tied up at 14. Burlington has grabbed the big mo here. Talked about it in our open, the keys to the game. You got to pay special attention to special teams up to this point. Baldwin's been pretty good. That's going to be a big break in this game, but how do you respond? 2nd down and 10. Haig's going to drop back, look right side again, looking for Anderson on the run. Touchdown, Wildcats. And boy, that was a beautifully thrown post pattern. How you draw it up. 2nd touchdown through the air, Haig to Anderson. 2nd 2-play touchdown drive in a row. That hurts the heart if you're a Bulldog fan.
And so far, the story of this second half is being able to take advantage of what the opposing team gives you. Baldwin unable to take advantage of the great field position that Burlington gave them, as
that time the extra point no good.
No good, but as I was saying, Baldwin unable to take advantage of the field position a couple possessions ago, and now Burlington being able to take advantage of blown coverage on 2 straight possessions, 2 straight 2-play touchdowns, and now all of a sudden it's a Burlington lead, and Baldwin's got to come back in this game again. Baldwin Sports Live is presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate, the brand that sells the land. Shad and Penny Sheldon, your Baldwin City area brokers, invite you to immerse in nature at the Little Soldier Creek Farm, a 39-plus acre property boasting wildlife, hunting, food plots, and a 2,100 square foot home with stunning views in the coveted Silver Lake School District in Shawnee County. See more at HaydenOutdoors.com or call 785-821-2666 to schedule a tour and find your next dream property with Hayden Outdoors.
All right, so after that touchdown, the extra point no good, a 6-point Burlington lead, another squibber, and this one's going to be come up with, I think that was, let's see, Braden Hirschman, I believe, the junior, came up with that. Got punished for it, but all Baldwin cares about just keeping two hands on that thing and giving the offense a possession here.
And the common theme so far is coming back from behind. Of course, not so much last week, but in week 1 in that Iola game, they gave themselves some lives at the end of the game, gave them something to fight for. Well, here in the third quarter, you got something to fight for, one possession game. Hopefully your offense stays on the field for a long time and you're able to clean up the mistakes. And with how bad that this half has started for the Bulldogs, in contrast to how well they played. In the first half, fumbled snap, Bryce Alford having to fall on it again.
Second time we've seen that. First time Baldwin was about to score, they were inside the 5-yard line.
And
That's
it
not gonna help.
just keeps getting worse and worse for Baldwin.
That's kind of been the theme a little bit over the course of the last few years for the Bulldogs, is when things start going downhill, it's kind of like an avalanche. You got to just get tough and find a way to turn things around here, get that momentum back. Second down now, and very long. Creighton Frost gets hit in the backfield and did well to get back to the line of scrimmage, but now a third down and very long.
24 Frost pounds his way for a short gain.
The 3rd and 14.
So far, this has been a similar kind of game as the Ottawa one, a tight one at the half, but then coming out of the halftime locker room, the other team has really taken all the momentum of the game. Got to credit Coach Cody Carlson and their halftime adjustments for sure. Third down and very long. We'll see where they go. Play action, and that was Tucker Flory actually in the game at quarterback.
Good ball to Jackson Rude. Jackson
complete.
Rude did a really good job to come down with it. And
now he's limping off.
Looks like a lower body foot injury.
So Baldwin now 0 of 3 on third downs, 0 of 1 on fourth down conversions, and it looks like another punt coming up, their second of the second half. Just their second of the game, actually. Looks like they're a man short. Running on late was Jay Spousum, the sophomore, and gets lined up. Harvey back in punt formation, gets the snap and gets a pretty good punt away. You're right, that was. Takes a big-time Baldwin bounce, though, inside the 20-yard line, getting close to the 20 at least. And that's the way to flip the field if you're Max Harvey and the Bulldogs.
Hirschman, first one there, able to down at the 21. And now Baldwin looking to really redeem themselves. This defense did great in the first half, holding them to 7 points. And all of a sudden, in just 4 plays for Burlington, they've scored 2 touchdowns, and now they got a 6-point lead.
Yeah, that's a good call. A couple quick touchdown drives, an 84-yarder and then a 67-yarder. First one took a minute off the clock, and the last one only took about 10 seconds off the clock. So just like that, this game has been flipped on its head, and Burlington leads 20-14. They'll start this drive from their own 21-yard line. Looks like a little Wildcat action as Anderson takes the snap, and he'll sweep it out left side and run out of bounds. Just about a yard shy of the yardage needed for a first down. Anderson has had a heck of a game, couple of receiving touchdowns. Been good on the ground as well. And actually, they're going to give him the first down, so that the first down of the second half. A couple of touchdowns already for the Wildcats. Quick strike offense. This time another Wildcat snap as Anderson will look to take it right side, but great job that time by the Baldwin defense. It was Brett Davidson, big bad Brett Davidson, turning him back inside, keeping that edge.
And Burlington coming out at halftime really trying to attack the boundaries of this defense. I've said it multiple times every week how good this front seven is in comparative to the secondary, and that's not an insult to the secondary. That's just how good this front seven is. And so Burlington looking to avoid them after how strong they looked in the first half and starting to pick on the secondary a little bit in the open field, and that's what's been working, and we're going to see if Baldwin can have any counter to that.
Second down, 13 from their own 29. A quick Screen pass out to Anderson here near side. He's trying to get the corner. He'll be run out of bounds by Max Harvey. But not before another good gain.
Burlington attacking the edges. That's about the 5th motion jet sweep pass to him.
Can really tell their game plan, can't you? They want to get Anderson the ball, and they want to get him the ball on the edges and use his speed.
Him and Haig in the space, and we're going to turn this game into a track meet as they have in the second half, and it's worked out for them.
But here we go, 3rd down and 1. We'll see if the Bulldogs can come up with a little stand here. Split backfield in the shotgun. Got a tight end attached right side, and they'll pull a lineman around, and that's Anderson on the ground. Second leading rusher coming into this game was Anderson, and he's got enough for a first down, second of the drive. 3rd down conversion at that.
I know you pointed out Tucker Flory took a snap.
Yeah,
last possession at quarterback.
Kind of looking for Bryce.
Yeah, I've seen a couple of people on the coaching staff going over. It looks like right now assistant coach Grant Bertura is giving him tape or something on his arm.
Another run up the middle for Burlington. Not much there. Left side, Creighton Frost being pulled off the bottom of the pile, and Max Harvey in there on the stop.
Definitely keep an eye on that Bryce Alford
also,
situation.
Looks like Brett Davidson is that Brett Davidson down here on the bench, getting looked at by the athletic trainer Gary Stavanis.
53.
Is that 53? I thought it was
Jace
a 5.
Hout.
Okay, that's Jace Hout down here. No, that is 55.
that is 55.
That's big bad Brett Davidson. He is limping around on the sideline.
Burlington, another run up the middle.
Got a couple other guys filtering in here defensively. Hank Beard in on the stop that time. Also 82 out there, Jackson Wheeler, 6-foot freshman, getting some run.
Basketball player, really athlete, big for his size, but he moves very well.
3rd quarter now winding down under 40 seconds. Another 3rd down coming up.
30 seconds and counting left in the 3rd.
We'll have to snap it one more time as the play clock's down to 5 now. See if Haig realizes that he does get the snap off. They're going to try to set up another screen right side. Irvin comes up
Big
with
tackle.
it. Huge tackle right there. I think that's Ethan Williams out there, number 4.
That's a big
He's had a good game.
Stop.
Yeah, the 5'9" junior out there with a big stop on 3rd down, like you said, brings up 4th.
Just like that, that's got to be like a breath of fresh air for this Baldwin defense. After giving up 2 quick touchdowns, now you stop him. He's going to force a 4th and 6th. And obviously, Coach Carlson is not opposed to going for it on 4th, going for it on his own 25 earlier in the quarter. So we'll see what decision he makes coming out of this timeout.
Did Burlington take a timeout there? I didn't
see
catch it, but I assume they did. Talk about what they're going to do on 4th down. Actually, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. That's my fault.
What it is.
So end of 3, 20-14. Burlington leads it. We'll be right back with more Bulldog football after this.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
At Baldwin State Bank, we love being a part of the community in which we serve. Our roots run deep within Baldwin City, and our commitment is deeper. Whether it's that dream house you can't wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future, we are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 130.
Back here in Baldwin, a little late getting back at a commercial there. Johnny O almost came up with an interception, but either way, going to be a turnover on downs.
A couple people had it looked like Tucker Flory got in the mix there, and Tony O made a great play on the ball.
So another turnover on downs. That's the second of the second half here.
Uh-oh. A moth has invaded the press box.
Well, that tends to happen here. They like getting in here. I don't know why, but they just mock me.
Oh, if you ever hear any very manly screams over here, Bryce out. That's
Tucker
Flory on the
is showing
outside.
a burst.
Bryce Alford staying on the sideline. Tucker Flory, we did note in the pregame that he did look good throwing the ball. He has been listed as the backup for all 3 weeks, and showing here why Coach Lister trusts him as Bryce Alford's replacement. No update on Bryce Alford. Of course, we let you know last possession that he was getting looked at in his throwing arm. And once we have an update on that, we will let you know.
So fresh set of downs, a great play by Flory. He's going to keep it again, look for the corner right side. He's going to have to put the wheels on. His good pursuit that time from the Wildcat defense, strings it out, no gain.
Did well to get back to the line of scrimmage there. Flory, one of those, again, all-around athletes on this Baldwin team, can play running back, wide receiver, DB as he played last year. He's had snaps at every skill position this year on the offensive and defensive end, I'm pretty sure. So you can line him up anywhere. He's going to be very comfortable on the football field.
Sets up a second down and 10 from the plus 36. Baldwin went punt, turnover on downs, and fumbled a kickoff return, and then a punt in the second half so far. Looking to get it going. Got a good drive going. Tucker Flory, the backup quarterback in. He's looking to fire. He'll throw it right side up for grabs, and that is going to be brought down and intercepted by Eli Irvin. Intended target was Gunnar Riker down on the right side. But that'll be the first turnover, or the second turnover of the game. It's tough. Yeah, Flory just trying to make a play there. Sorry, Jackson.
No, you're fine. Just a little lofted in there. Put too much under it, not enough through the ball, and that's going to be the result most of the time, especially when it's just hanging up like that. Unfortunate mistake by Tucker Flory, but again, kind of like last week with Bryce Alford's interception at the end of the half, at least you've pinned them now deep. They're on their own, or them being Burlington on their own 14, and hopefully this defense can make a stop behind the backfield or around it.
Yeah, so here we go. Defense needs to come up strong. Bulldogs trailing by 6. We are into the fourth quarter, and there's Haig getting loose left side. Thought he had a lot of running room. He'll run it out of bounds after a first down. Creighton pushed him out of bounds.
Bryce still getting looked at. It's that right elbow, wrist, forearm area.
Yeah, he keeps pointing to that right elbow. That's his throwing elbow. It's not good. And a holding call on Burlington. I didn't see the flag, but that'll back him up 10 yards. That'll help out the Bulldogs. Need to come up with a big stop here. They got them backed up. If you can force a 3 and out, maybe get some decent field position. This game is far from over. One possession game.
A pretty cool moment as I didn't catch when I came over with Bryce Alford talking to Tucker Flory. It looks like Tucker Flory's going to get sent back out there next possession. Giving a couple words of encouragement, a little pat on the back, and sending Tucker ready to get out there.
Haig's being chased by Van Horn in the backfield. He got hit very hard. Both guys still down in the end zone. Threw it out of bounds. Oh, no.
That's Brett Davidson.
That's actually Davidson, not Van Horn. Davidson was the one chasing him. We saw him getting worked on. Oh, that's just a cramp. Hopefully he's getting stretched out. It is a pretty hot night.
Very much so. Seeing a couple when Jackson Rude limped off the field earlier. He was just a cramp situation too.
Yeah, so they will stop the game. Officials' timeout is getting stretched out. We'll go ahead and take the break with them. Be back with more Bulldog football after this.
Wait to call home or the trust of your personal finances, both present and future. We are here to serve you, our customers, our neighbors. Baldwin State Bank, proud supporter of the Baldwin Bulldogs for 131 years and counting. Come see us downtown or online at baldwinstatebank.com. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
So I was right the first time. That was Van Horn getting stretched out. Honestly, it's tough for me to tell those two guys apart. They are both big boys, and
50-something.
They move some meat down there. A couple of the best linemen that Baldwin has to offer. So Baldwin still down 6. They've got Burlington backed up a second down and 16. Another pass play here is Haig's going to find Irvin, a big-time gain that time. It's going to set up a 3rd and manageable.
Going to be a flag on the play, and I think it's going to be on Baldwin.
Oh, personal foul, roughing the passer. That time it was Brett Davidson. He's getting some explanation from the white hat.
I think he just got there just a step late.
Boy.
And that's just another shot in the foot.
Talk about some of the big moments. I mean, that was a good gain anyway. It was going to be a 3rd down and about 5.
Now you turn a 3rd and 5 into what used to be around a 2nd and 5, and it's going to be a challenge on the defensive end.
They'll give him a 1st down is actually, that gets tacked on after the play. So bring up 1st down, and it'll get it out past the 35-yard line. Each team with 4 penalties by my count. Now fresh set of downs for the Wildcats. Their own 36-yard line. Have a 6-point lead. Haig rolling out right side. He's going to loft it downfield. A chance to get picked off as the receiver fell down. Anderson's looking for a flag. Harvey was out there in coverage, and Jackson Rude was coming over as well. I mentioned Ethan Williams had the best shot at picking that thing off.
A lot of contact between the receiver and Johnny O. Looks like Coach Carlson has some words and would like a few answers.
Yeah.
I think they're going to give on an uncatchable there. Wasn't really in the area of play.
I kind of agree with you there. Wasn't
more of a run into each other play there than a
getting tangled up, and would have been a big break for Baldwin if they could have come away with the turnover there. But
there was a lot of space to take advantage of there, but unfortunately not the case. In 2nd down.
Tight end, 3 wide receivers far side. They'll set up a screen for Irvin. Van Horn will take him out of bounds after a gain of about 4 or 5. So a 3rd down and medium coming up.
At least based on the way that Burlington has played, you would think that in their minds they got 2 plays to go 5 yards, get another 1st down, and take even more time off this clock and try to at least get out of it with a field goal. Make it a 2-possession game.
Yeah, this will be a huge play right here. 3 of 9 is Burlington on 3rd downs. Baldwin's been pretty good on this down, getting off the field. They'll try to set up a quick screen for Anderson right side. Collins out here. He couldn't get him down. Anderson now makes a move past midfield, out of bounds into Baldwin territory, out at the Baldwin 40.
Anderson again. Baldwin struggling to find a counter to those jet motions for Anderson on the outside. Those screen setups, Burlington's been able to create a lot of opportunities out of those, especially here in the 2nd half. Of course, one time in the 1st half, a fumble between Haig and Irwin off that same jet motion play. But outside of that, not very many mistakes by this offense.
Haig keeps it up the middle, gets drugged down, spun down by Jake Van Horn once again. Back out there. Good to see the big fella back out there after dealing with some cramps. Under 10 minutes to play. Burlington just now looking to take some time off of that clock.
2nd and 8.
Interesting score here. Paola at the half was up on Ottawa 28-14. 2nd down and 8.
This is a big play If you're that defense, you really don't want to give them something easy for a third down.
They'll hand it up the middle and look like he got stuffed immediately there.
He's able to fight for a couple
Hank
yards.
Beard, yeah, and Van Horn. Sets up a third down and long, though.
3rd and 7 for the Wildcats, and if you're the Bulldogs, I would be looking for that number 5.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Brody Anderson has been their target on all downs, but especially on third down, and they've been pretty successful going to him. Big play here for the Bulldogs.
See what happens. This is the 8th play of the drive.
Brody Anderson, bottom of your screen. Baldwin showing pressure.
Inside linebackers jumping around, showing blitz, and so Cody Carlson, the head coach for Burlington, going to take a timeout. First timeout for Burlington. Baldwin took one, or excuse me, that was the first timeout for either squad here in half number 2. Timeouts, as mentioned to you in the first half this year, they are brought to you by Rice Precision Manufacturing this year. If you're looking for a great job with a growing family-owned company right here in Baldwin City, then check out Rice Precision Manufacturing. Always looking to add the next great member to their team, including positions for skilled CNC machinist and CNC operators. Excellent pay, competitive benefits, a climate-controlled work environment, and a friendly support staff dedicated to the betterment of their employees. Send an email to jobs@rice-precision.com to learn more. 8:41 left to play here tonight from Liston Stadium. We've had a good one. Baldwin had a 14-7 halftime lead, but a couple of quick 2-play touchdown drives. It was actually a couple of touchdown passes from Chance Haig to Brody Anderson. They really turned this game around. Burlington made the extra point on the first one, not on the second. That's where we stand, 22-14.
Every play's a big play in the second half, but you would definitely have to say this is, up to this point, the biggest third down of the game.
Yeah, here we go. Haig takes the snap, gets a drop back. He's being pressured by Davidson. Throws it up, and it's intercepted. I think that's Jackson Rude that came away with it.
And he's limping off the field again. And I think it's another cramp because he was cramping up earlier.
I got to get a number on that. Oh,
that is Jackson.
Yeah, that's
Rude.
Jackson.
And
Limping.
Great play, and you would like to see him celebrate, but I think he's cramping up again. So he's going to lay down the sideline. What a play from the junior. Number 32, Jackson Rude, in coverage there. There was a whole host of Bulldogs in the backfield. O'Connor was back there. Really nice setup defensively by Baldwin now. 1st and 10.
Yeah, from their own 20. 8.5 to play, down by 1 possession. This will be a big, big drive. First interception forced on the year for the Bulldogs. We're approaching 8 minutes to play.
This still is Tucker Flory out there instead of Bryce Alford.
Getting to winning time now, too, is the backup quarterback out there. He's coming off an interception on the last drive. He's looking for a deep ball, or Gunnar Reichard came up short on it, so see if they stick to the ground or how much they keep it balanced here.
2nd and 10, no gain. Last play by Creighton Frost.
They'll give it back to the big boy Frost, bouncing off of tacklers.
Falling forward.
It's going to be 3rd down and medium.
Late game.
Open 4 of 10 on 3rd down so far. Haven't converted one in the second half yet.
Late game, 3rd and awkward situations. This is not really not a 3rd and long, but it's not a 3rd and short either.
No, this is going to be circled as a big, big play at the end of this one. Baldwin doesn't want to go 3 and out for getting the ball back.
Tucker Flory, Creighton Frost in the backfield.
They'll fake the handoff, roll out left side. There's a man open, but he overthrew Colton Collum.
He's a hard guy to overthrow.
Yeah, he had both Collum and Devin Waddell, number 30, was out in a route. The 6'2 junior.
A 6'6" junior as well, Colton Collum. Just over his hand. If he was 6'8", he probably could have got a palm to that, but unfortunately not the case. And again, Max Harvey out to punt for the, I believe, the third time this half, right?
Yep, third time this half. Baldwin now 0 of 4 on third down conversions here in the second half after going 4 of 7 in the first half. Gonna have to punt this thing back away as Harvey gets it away. It's gonna take a nice roll once again. Get down close to the 30-yard line, inside it. Baldwin's defense is gonna have to come up big again, get him the ball back. Burlington getting set to start their 6th drive of the second half.
And again, for a third game in a row, Baldwin football game is coming down to a story of two very different halves. Iola game struggling in the first half, coming back at the end of the second half, giving yourself a shot. The second game against Ottawa, playing a great first half and having it fall apart in the second half. And the same thing this week, having a great first half and a couple of what seemed like small mistakes, and just like that, Burlington with a 1-possession lead. And since taking that lead late in the third quarter, they have not looked back. Haven't scored since then, but have looked very strong on both sides of the ball, and it's going to be difficult to get the ball back as they rush out here. 7-6, 5 seconds on the play clock. Haig back there.
Oh, he gets blasted in the backfield and taken down immediately. Brendan O'Connor busts through on the blitz. He stays down, though. Hopefully he's all right. Man, a lot of injuries here. A lot of cramping up, I think. It's a hot night, as I mentioned. Let's try to get the temp for you, see if my phone update. Yeah, it says 78, but 60% humidity, so this guy's dealing with some hydration issues. Hopefully that's the case anyway.
Yeah, it was about 87 degrees at kickoff at 7 o'clock. And
got another interesting score here at the end of the third quarter. Iola is up on Santa Fe Trail 13-6. Santa Fe Trail beat Burlington in the opening game 25-14. Obviously, Iola beat Baldwin 23-20 in their opener. It's like O'Connor now being helped up to his feet by athletic director and athletic trainer Gary Stavanis. Hopefully he'll be all right.
Walking off the field under his own power. Probably just a cramp. Brendan O'Connor, tough guy. I'd be shocked to see him off the field for very long. Definitely a leader of this defense and a leader of the offensive line as well.
See the freshman 82 out there, the outside linebacker Jackson Wheeler.
Burlington 2nd and 13 after that loss. Haig left side.
They'll run it up the middle on a handoff this time. He'll get about good gain, 5-6 yards, but still going to be a third down and long.
And again, Baldwin doing great in the early downs. Just can't shoot yourself in the foot here with a penalty or a blown coverage or just anything silly. Just got to keep the ball in front of you. Brendan O'Connor, just like I said, 2 plays later, he sprints back onto the field.
A lot of close games going on around the area. Spring Hill and Eudora are tied at 7. Wellsville has a 1-point lead against Prairie View, 13-12. That's who Baldwin sees next week right here is Wellsville. Set up that quick screen again, right side. Anderson has it. Being pursued out of bounds, and I think he might have got that first down before he stepped out.
Close.
Be real close, and I think right at the 40 he's going to have enough.
So again, Brody Anderson, a threat for Burlington on third down, jet motion, and beautiful blocking. Didn't get to see who was out there helping. I saw number 7, Alex Motts, for sure out there with the great blocking, but his ability to create over there in the open field, make a man miss, and fight for extra yards.
It's got to be nice to have that security blanket in Anderson. You can just get him the ball out in space and let him create, let him go to work with that speed and quickness. Fresh set of downs here, 5:44 to play.
In the backfield.
They'll hand it to him, bounces outside off of a Creighton Frost attempted tackle, and then he's brought down. Johnny O is one of the guys in there.
He's limping now.
A lot of Bulldogs. That might be Gunnar Reichard.
Oh, yeah, we got two guys. Yeah, that is Gunnar Reichard. Or is that 22 or 32? 22.
I think that's 22. Gunnar Reichard. Yeah, he's getting helped back down. And Stavanis will make the jog back out. Get some
he's had a
steps in tonight.
Long day today.
Yeah, I know it. Doing yeoman's work out there, though. So we'll go ahead and take a break here as they check out the injury. You're watching Bulldog football on Baldwin Sports Live.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
Welcome back here as Gunnar Reichard is getting helped off of the field. He's not putting any weight on that left leg. That's not a good sight. Hopefully he'll be all right and recover. But as for Baldwin, 5:27 to play, down by 6. This game's not over. Got to get a stop, though, on a 2nd and 8. They'll run it right side. Now stacked up. Nothing there. Colton Collum was there. Brett Davidson.
All the big boys were back there again.
That's right.
Front 7,
Also
Johnny O was back there.
So a couple of stops and now a 3rd down and 9.
The defense doing their job. Unfortunately, the defense is the reason why we were in this situation, but they are trying their best to make up for it. 2 big mistakes that early in the first half has led to this point with Burlington being up 6, but since then, this Baldwin defense has been stout and holding them up to 3 and outs and stops and forcing punts since then. Hopefully they can do it again. 3rd and 9.
Here we go, 5 of 12 on 3rd down is Burlington. They tried a quick throw to Anderson. It's going to come up short that time from Haig. And it brings up 4th down and probably a punting situation. So a big-time stop there on 3rd down.
You just see Brett Davidson jogging off there. You can tell he's fighting through some pain right now. See what Coach Carlson's going to send them out
Punting
with.
unit on. Emmett Hazen, the punter, has dropped back. It looks like Johnny O and Max Harvey going to be back to return. Actually, Ethan Williams now jogs back with Harvey. Hazen gets the punt away. It's going to be angled towards the left sideline and go out of bounds. Pretty good starting field position for Baldwin coming up, though, around their own 35-yard line. And that is exactly where they're going to start. Down by 6, 4:25. Baldwin needs a big drive. They got their backup quarterback out there in Tucker Flory. Alford got knocked out with looked like a right arm injury. Now Reichard's getting looked at with a left leg injury, a lot of cramping.
Devin Waddell on the field, number 30. Top of your screen.
From their own 35-yard line, 4:25 to play. Baldwin
Tucker
needs to get it going.
Outside, right side.
Only gets a couple before he's driven out of bounds.
25, Tucker Flory on the carry around the right edge for a 4-yard gain.
If you're Tucker Flory right now, what is going through your mind?
Going through my mind is I got a chance to win the football game for my team. Go right down, score a touchdown, get an extra point, 2-point conversion, whichever way you prefer, and let's get out of here with a W.
agree.
Offensive line's been very consistent all game long.
Tell you what, knowing this kid personally, though, not a lot of people I'd rather have in this situation as my backup quarterback. This kid is strong mentally.
He'll fake the handoff. He's looking to throw left side. It's off the hands of Collum. I think he was intending it for Ethan Williams. They had a flood route combination going on. Off the hands of Collum, incomplete, comes third down.
Again, it's just the little mistakes. You can't really put anybody at fault there. Colton Collum, see ball, get ball. It's in that long reach of his at 6'6". Unfortunately, gets in the way, and I agree. I think that ball was intended for Ethan Williams, who was just past Colton Collum.
So here we go, big third down and 7.
Ethan
Baldwin.
Williams, number 4, bottom of your screen.
4 of 11 tonight on third downs. They need a big conversion here. Flory rolling out right side, looking through the air towards Ethan Williams. It's off his hands, incomplete.
And another 4th down for Baldwin, and they go for it. Like, you think this is what the game comes down to. Devin Waddell coming in, Max Harvey coming in, the punter.
Yeah, we'll see what they do here. There's still 4 minutes left. There's no guarantees. You still got 3 timeouts. No guarantees you're going to get the ball back.
You got 10 seconds on the play clock. If they're going to go for it,
they
they got to
hustle.
get out there. 7, 6.
Looks like they'll get it off. A 4th down and 7. A big play here. Flory dropping back. He's going to loft this one deep down the right sideline, out of the reach of his intended target, Max Harvey. And that'll be a turnover on downs. Can't fault him there, trying to make a play down the field. Baldwin turns it over on downs for the second time this second half.
Well, now if you're Baldwin, you really can't allow anything. But I will say Burlington have, I believe they haven't kicked the ball either. And from what I've seen on kickoffs, maybe they're not too confident in that kicking game. So maybe if you can force them to another quick 4th down, turnover on down, and get the ball back, I'd say that's probably the best case scenario. But of course, right now you want to limit as many positive plays as possible and get that ball back.
4 minutes and 2 seconds to play, a 6-point Burlington lead. Baldwin's got to have a 3 and out. Got 3 timeouts. This time Haig's going to keep it. Run quarterback sweep, gets stood up and driven down into the ground. Is that Brett Davidson? It is, sure is. He has been huge on that D-line.
Every time he gets up, he's got a little limp. I said earlier, he's a big leader of this defense and on that offensive line. He's one of those guys who's been here, senior leader, leads by example, and you can tell that whenever he speaks, everyone's listening, all eyes are on him. Got a lot of respect in that locker room.
Baldwin not using their timeouts yet. A 2nd down and 10, 3:20 to play. Running that play clock all the way down. Haig's going to keep it, run it up the middle, break 1 tackle, and still moving. Decent game there on 2nd down.
Good play design by
Man,
Coach
would you
Carlson.
use your timeouts here if you're Baldwin? Lisher is walking towards the official, thinking about it. Obviously not going to do it now. 10 seconds already off the play clock, but get one more stop and get a timeout.
Maybe he's waiting until a 2-minute warning.
Well, there's no 2-minute warning in high school.
Oh, that's right.
Got 3 timeouts. So if you get a stop here on 3rd down,
That'd be huge.
then you would use it. I'm sure this might be 4-down territory if you're Burlington, though. Probably is if you're trying to salt this game away.
Need to send the pressure. You want to get something behind the...
Got his weapon, Anderson, right to his left does Haig, and a timeout as Burlington's going to talk about it, Coach Carlson.
2nd time out of the half.
We're going to talk it over and see what they want to go with. We'll go ahead and take this timeout with them. Be back in 30 seconds with more Bulldog football after this.
Kelly Neufeld and his team at Farm Bureau Financial Services are there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. With customized insurance plans and comprehensive financial planning, Kelly and his team will help increase your confidence in your overall financial well-being. Come meet the team at their new office in downtown Baldwin City at 714 8th Street or give them a call at 785-594-1055 to set up a meeting with Kelly Neufeld at Farm Bureau Financial Services in Baldwin City. It's your future. Let's protect it.
So back here, 2:30 to play in Baldwin City. Bulldogs down by 6. And a big third down coming up defensively from their own 35. Trying to get the ball back. And dealing with a lot of injuries. Ryder Nye was knocked out in the first quarter. And then the quarterback, Bryce Alford, went down. Gunnar Reichert also being looked at on the sideline. A lot of guys cramping up. Here we are, a third down, and that's going to help out the Bulldogs. A false start on Burlington. Back them up 5 more.
Well, it looked like they were dialing up another play for number 5, Brody Anderson. Again, if I'm on that Baldwin team, I am finding number 5, and I'm keeping my eyes on him because he, by far, has been their biggest threat on offense, and he's been killing them on the offensive end.
Clock is stopped at 2:30. Makes it a third down and 12 now. Anderson's going to stay in the backfield, look for one of those screen plays. Lane Griffith is the tight end. Hazen split out wide here, and they'll send Anderson in motion. They'll fake the screen. Look over the middle. It's batted up in the air, and is it intercepted? Baldwin has it. Is it Van Horn? It's one of the big boys on the D-line, and Baldwin comes up with a huge pick. Second turnover of the game for them. With 2:20 to play, they got a chance to drive down and tie this game up.
I think that was Hank Beard
that came away with it.
52 or 54.
I got to tell you, these silver metallic numbers, I've never loved them.
It was
but
either Jake Van Horn or Hank Beard, one of the two. But what a play. Whoever it was on the defensive line got batted up a couple times. That ended up in the defensive lineman's hands.
Yeah, the big paws putting them up there.
Just like that, Baldwin back in this game, 2:20 to go, first down, Tucker Flory.
48-yard line, they'll try to run it up the middle that time with Frost. Nothing doing.
Well, that's Bryce Alford is back in the game for this possession.
Right. He's toughing it out, back out there with just over 2 minutes to play. First down run, not much there, maybe got a yard. Clock's ticking, 2 minutes and counting. Baldwin still has all 3 of their timeouts, didn't have to use any on defense there. We've got a good one going here late.
Devin Waddell in motion, bottom of the screen, and the referees are going to blow it dead.
It's officials timeout. Somebody's oh man, we got some chunks being blown out there. Somebody on the Baldwin offensive line.
It's been that type of game. It's just been exhausting. It looks like whoever it is going to get a substitution by Jace Hout.
Jace Hout is
yeah, that is Brett Davidson, and it sucks
he's
to see.
He's been struggling.
But he's been struggling, but as I've made sure to keep note, he's been fighting.
Yeah, he's had a huge game. I don't mean he's been struggling, but he's been dealing with a lot of cramps. And, now not feeling the greatest.
Jace Hout looked to be the substitution, so on the right side of the line, I wonder if he'll take his spot. I believe he was lined up in that right tackle position as he takes a knee on the sideline to gather himself, but I'd be shocked to see if he's not back in the game again in a play or two as he gets himself together.
So Lisher taking the chance to talk to the guys there. The offense is a huge drive. Baldwin has played a good game, stayed in this thing, giving themselves a chance. This has been a gutsy game on both sides of the ball for Baldwin. Davidson washing that face mask off now.
Yeah, it shows you how much respect this Baldwin team has for Brett Davidson. He gets to the sideline, about 3 different Bulldogs offer him a drink of water and bringing him different water bottles. That's the type of That's what you like to see when when you're surrounded by your leader.
Official's got a towel out there. He's cleaning up the slop.
That's a great way to put it. It looks like Gunnar Reichert is out of the game as he's on the sideline with crutches.
Yeah, they've been looking at him ever since he got helped off of the field there. Mentioned Ryder Nye is also out, has a little bit of a sling on that left arm. Alford's been banged up, but he's back out there right now.
Michael
Quarterback.
Newman was out.
Yep. So I think everyone has agreed we're just going to move the ball a little bit laterally towards the middle of the field, get away from that, and we'll keep playing. So here we go. Big time, winning time now. Crowd's getting into it. You're right. 2nd down and 9, 1:52 to play from right around midfield. Alford back out there. He's going to hand it off to Creighton Frost. A lot of running room out here near side. Lowers the shoulder. Carries tacklers forward out past midfield. And a 3rd down. Baldwin's got to hurry. 1:40 and ticking.
It's going to be 3rd and 3. And most definitely is 4-down territory for Baldwin. You got 2 plays to get 3 yards if you're Lisher and the Bulldogs. You're going to go no huddle. Bryce calling out the play.
And I'm not sure everybody got set, but
they didn't
no flag. Frost has the first down.
I didn't think they got set either, but maybe just in time. Top of the screen, Devin Waddell. And that's another Baldwin first down for Creighton Frost. Again, no huddle. Lisher bringing in the signs to Bryce Alford.
Offense now. Alford going to hand it off to Frost once again. Lowers the shoulder. Gets down in past the 35-yard line. Baldwin marching the ball down the field and now taking a timeout. Their first.
Go late game situation. You expect a team to run the ball, or to throw the ball, but given the circumstances, we don't know what that wrist forearm is looking like for Bryce Alford. But looks like they're going to try to keep the ball in Creighton Frost's hands for as much as possible to close out this game, and so far is proving to be the right move as they have been driving down the field. It's going to be 2nd and 3 from about their own, or from Burlington's. Was that 23-yard line you'd
got
say?
Got it at the 34-yard line right
34,
now.
Yeah.
And they are marching this ball right down the field. They've got 1 first down so far, a big 3rd down conversion.
It's their first down of the half.
Well, they've got a couple now. They've now got 2 first downs, but have not really converted a lot of 3rd down conversions. Let's see, 3, 4, 5, and now 1 for 6 converting 3rd down conversions here in the second half. But that was a big one there on this drive. Taking the first time out, 1:05 left on the clock. Baldwin down by 6, looking to tie this thing up and get to the end zone. And then get the win, but first things first. 2nd down and 3. Jet motion, they'll hand it off far side. Ethan Williams gets some good blocking, cuts it up, and he's going to have enough for a first down.
I don't think they're going to give him
out of bounds.
Are they?
No, he was not out of bounds. He got tackled inbounds, but he did get the first down.
So that's going to stop the clock
momentarily as they
get the chains
move the chains. They'll get it set.
The clock's going 55 and counting.
Second first down of the drive. They start from the shotgun again. They'll give it to Creighton Frost. Barrel up the middle for about 3-4 more yards.
Oh, high snap again.
40 seconds now.
Again, relaying the signs in. Bryce Alford trying to decipher and trying to get his guys out. Devin Waddell.
Still 2 timeouts for Baldwin. 30 seconds. He'll hand it to Frost again. And going to have to use a timeout here as he'll take it. It's going to be a 3rd down and medium. Frost a little slow getting up.
Another timeout by the look of it, and it's going to be about 3rd and 5. 23 seconds left from just about the 20-yard line, and you would think now would be the time that they would start pushing the ball downfield. You would think maybe they would have done it a little sooner, but again, we don't know what that hand looks like for Bryce Alford, but
yeah, when he came off the field and was getting looked at on the sideline, it was really that right elbow that he was pointing at and they were fiddling with. So you're right, you never know, but they've been keeping it on the ground with Creighton Frost. They've at least gave themselves a chance here approaching the red zone. Going to have a 3rd down and 5 coming up. Still 1 timeout remaining, but you're right, you're going to have to start maybe attacking things through the air. Just under 24 seconds left. It's been a great game here tonight in the home opener. A big crowd on hand for a beautiful evening. A little bit warm and humid, but could always be worse, as I like to say. And here we go. Going to have a big time 3rd down and 5. Baldwin looking for a conversion. That looks like Tucker Flory is the running back. They'll run speed option left side, a pitch with the left hand. It's going to be called an incomplete pass as it went forward, so that's going to be a break. Alford Slow getting up for the Bulldogs.
And now what is the last chance if you are the Bulldogs? If you don't get at least 5 yards here, the game is over.
Bring up a 4th down attempt. They are 1 of 4 on 4th downs so far.
Wonder who's going to line up at quarterback if Bryce can throw the ball. Lisher talking to Tucker and Bryce Alford.
Here we go, biggest play of this football game. 4th down and 5. Crowd getting really into it now. Need 5 yards. Flory's going to be the quarterback and
have to call a timeout.
Yep.
I was going to say it looked like delay game, and that honestly does not help you out if you're Baldwin. You definitely want to keep that last timeout in the situation that you do get that 1st down. You're able to stop the clock and get another play off from a dead ball, but now you get rid of the option.
Yeah, you're right. Now if you get the 1st down, you really got to hustle, clock the ball, spike it, or you got to have a play ready to run, go towards the end zone because 19 seconds left in high school football. That's maybe getting you 2 plays.
I'd look out for some trickery here, especially if they're going to line up Tucker Flory with Bryce Alford in the back. Tucker Flory also obviously has played quarterback. He is listed as the backup quarterback, but also has lined up at running back a few times this year. So
Spring Hill and Eudora have gone to overtime. Spring Hill's leading by 6, but
Bryce
a big play
Alford
coming here.
Deep is the running
back. It's going
back.
to be Tucker Flory. Looks like
Bryce is the running
Alford's
back.
not going to be able to throw it, so we'll see. Tucker's rolling out right side, gets some pressure. He's looking downfield. He'll look for his man over the middle and through his hands, incomplete. I think that was Colton Collum looking for the tight end, but a pretty good play there for Flory, rolling out to his right, trying to make something happen. Give Baldwin all the credit in the world. They've played a great football game here, a tough, gutsy game, but they're going to come up short tonight at home. Just a couple breaks here or there. Didn't go Baldwin's way. They turned it over 3 times. That didn't help their cause. Excuse me, just 2 times, an interception and a fumble on the kick return, but a gutsy performance on both sides of the ball here from Baldwin tonight. Will come up just short. Haig will take the snap, take 1 knee. That's going to do it for us here. 20-14 is going to be our final score tonight from Liston Stadium. Baldwin drops to 0-3. Burlington improves to 2-1 on the year. We'll take a break and come back, bring you our player of the game in this one, also recap it and get you set for our next broadcast next Friday night as Wellsville comes to town. You've been watching Bulldog football right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
For unbeatable service from a company you can trust, there's only one choice. Clint Davis and the One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning team have the expertise you need when it comes to the comfort of your family. Not only will they get the job done right, but they'll explain the preventative maintenance needed to avoid those costly emergency repairs. To schedule a free quote, call 785-393-9329 and join the Preferred Maintenance Club for special discounts. One Choice Heating and Air Conditioning, the one and only choice for the comfort of your family. Trindle Lumber Company is the go-to stop for every do-it-yourselfer and professional contractor. They carry a wide variety of plumbing, electrical, and hardware products, along with a vast selection of windows, doors, and paint. Their full-service drive-through lumber yard has what you need for every project and offers free estimates and professional delivery. At Trindle Lumber Company, you get the right products with the best service. Stop by at 1516 South Main in Ottawa or call 785-242-8144.
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here. This game has gone final 20-14. The final score is Burlington takes this game. Time now for our player of the game, brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services. And there's a lot of Bulldogs that had great performances here tonight. Alford got a touchdown, came back out after getting injured. Creighton Frost got his first career touchdown, but we're going to go ahead and give it to Big Bad Brett Davidson. He had a great game in the trenches, both offensively and defensively. I think it was him that got his big paw up on that ball and created the interception there late. I have to go back and check that, but man, he played a really great, gutsy game. And so our player of the game is going to be Brett Davidson. Like I said, we could have really spread it around and gave it to anyone. Jackson Rude came up with the big interception, but Big Bad Brett Davidson, our Farm Bureau Financial Services player of the game. It's brought to you by Farm Bureau Financial Services, insurance and investments, wealth management, and financial planning. Farm Bureau Financial Services is there to help you prepare for the unexpected and protect your future. Call today and set up a meeting with your local Farm Bureau team at 785-594-1055. It's your future. Let's protect it. So congrats, Brett Davidson, our player of the game. We'll go ahead and take another break real quick, and on the other side, we'll give you a recap of what happened here tonight in the home opener for Baldwin. A great football game here, but unfortunately, the Bulldogs going to drop to 0-3 on the year as Burlington improves to 2-1 with a 20-14 victory here tonight. We'll wrap this up on the other side. You've been watching Bulldog football presented by Hayden Outdoors Real Estate right here on Baldwin Sports Live.
New charges related to insurance fraud and theft.
Ripping off about 90 homeowners. Stewart ripped him off.
The roofing industry is rough these days. Hometown Construction is Baldwin City's very own hometown solution for roofing and siding needs. We know there's more important things than just money. We give detailed estimates and on-site supervision during all projects. We focus on one job at a time so that you have our undivided attention. Contact us today. Go Bulldogs!
Hayden Outdoors Real Estate has been proudly serving the Midwest since 1976, covering 33 states while producing over $1 billion in annual sales. Shad and Penny Sheldon are some of the top producing brokers from Baldwin, Kansas, selling farms, ranches, rural homes, and recreational real estate throughout Kansas. Their knowledge, passion, and expertise will help make your next real estate transaction an excellent experience. Contact Shad or Penny today by phone at 785-821-2666 or by email at shad@haydenoutdoors.com.
Welcome back here. It's gone final 20-14. Burlington wins it here tonight. I'll go ahead and recap at least the second half. I recapped the first half for you. For Burlington, I should say, they had 3 punts, just 1 touchdown drive in the first half there. Went 2 of 6 on third down, but went 3 of 7 on third down, 2 of 2 on fourth down in the second half there after going 1-1 on fourth down in the first half. So they came up big in the second half. Is my point, I guess, on the big downs, third and fourth down when they were forced to. A lot of possessions in the second half for each squad. Burlington had 7 offensive possessions as opposed to just 4 in the first half. Baldwin had, let's see here, 6 of them, 7, I guess, if you count that last one that they turned it over on down. So 7 possessions each in the second half there. That's a lot of possessions, a couple of turnovers for Baldwin. They fumbled a kickoff return in the second half. Also, Tucker Flory had to come in for the injured Bryce Alford. He ended up throwing an interception. So those are the 2 turnovers for Baldwin. They both came in the second half. They turned it over on downs 4 times tonight, 1 time in the first half and 3 times in the second half. They were forced to punt just 3 times, all coming in the second half. And here's the big number for me. Baldwin in the first half went 4 of 7 on third down. In the second half, just 1 of 7 converting on third down, and also 0 of 3 on fourth down conversions when they really needed it down there. But as we chronicled before, a really gutsy performance here tonight. If you take away some of those mistakes, penalties, and turnovers, if you're Baldwin, you're right in this game, even with all that. So got to just look to clean up a few things, but overall a really gutsy performance here tonight. And they were in this football game from start to finish. Ends up being a 6-point loss for Baldwin, but nothing to not be proud of, I guess. Something to be proud of for the Bulldogs. And disappointing loss to take after you were leading at the half 14-7, but early second half Burlington really turned that thing around. Two play touchdown drives and a couple of long touchdown passes from Chance Haig to Brody Anderson really turned this game around, and that's what made it 20-14. As I said, Baldwin had that 14-7 lead at the half, but 3 of 7 on third down conversions was Burlington in that second half, and they came up big when they needed it. Even though Baldwin got that late interception and had a chance at things on a late drive, but ended up not being able to convert on that last fourth down after a 9-play drive. They gave it all they got, all they had tonight, but unfortunately the Bulldogs going to drop to 0-3. Burlington improves to 2-1. Pop up that upcoming broadcast schedule here one more time for you as another home game. Got 4 straight, 3 more after this coming your way. Wellsville comes to town next Friday night. I was looking for a final score on that, is because they were in a tight game with, I think Prairie View is who they were playing here tonight. Did you see it there? Oh, you're right, Jackson. 35-20. Wellsville actually pulled away in that game. They were losing actually at one point in that game, so they'll come in undefeated to Baldwin next Friday night. That'll be a 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock kickoff, and then not next Thursday, but the Thursday after, October 3rd, we'll have our first boys soccer game. Eudora visiting Baldwin. That game, I believe, is going to be a 6:15 kickoff. You can also go to varsitysportslive.com. You can find all the schedules and information you need there on all the networks across, all the channels across our Varsity Sports Live network, I should say. So that's what's coming up. Next week is the Wellsville Eagles. They'll roll into town undefeated. But wrapping things up tonight for Jackson Blakely, I'm Ryan Hilmer. Glad you could join us once again right here on Baldwin Sports Live. Unfortunately, Baldwin comes away with the loss, 20-14. We will wrap it up and see you right back here next Friday night against Wellsville. Hope everybody has a great night, and we'll see you then.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat. Don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.